Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Zelda Speedruns. We have a treat for you tonight. We've been running a Blitz tournament the last few weeks for OoTR, except we're running a little bit of no logic right now. So this seed could take 30 minutes. It could take 5 hours. Who the hell knows? We're gonna find out. But we have the finals tonight between Sage and Dotzo. Joined on comms by Aksani and Vidya James. How are you two doing?
Doing well.
Hello. Hello. What's up?
All right, I'm going to hand it over to these two, and we're going to get this show started.
All right. So to kind of piggyback off of what Cubs was saying about the tournament, it's for No Logic November, which is something that we did last year with Freaky Fridays, and I decided to take that and make my own tournament with it. So it is now December. We missed it by a day, finishing up within the month, but I think it's okay. And just so that people know, our settings for these seeds are 3 dungeon rewards to to spawn the Rainbow Bridge, and 6 dungeon rewards to get Ganon's boss key. Hovering to Ganon's castle is allowed. Pretty much all glitches are on the table except for item manipulation and wrong warping. And as long as you get the 6 dungeon rewards, the light arrows and all that stuff, then everything is fair game to beat. November 31st, of course. Yeah.
No, it's Don't Logic December. It's fine.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yep.
Yeah, this has been a tournament running on since early November. We've had a single elimination bracket, and both you and I have been eliminated early on, but these two here are some of the big names in terms of glitching this game to all hell and figuring out what can be done.
And we could probably post the challenge page so that you guys can see what the bracket looks like. And it looks like we're going to be getting started here as well very soon. So I'm posting that link in chat so you guys can look at the bracket. Nvidia actually it was the one who eliminated me, but not by much, by like 5 minutes. So it's fine.
And then Dotzo destroyed me, so fine. He's here in the finals. And
yeah, he's very good at that.
Since I started playing glitch logic stuff, Sage has been there helping me out, getting me up to speed and stuff, and he is certainly a master in just tearing this game wide open, and it's a treat to see.
I are both on the support staff, and for Ocarina of Time Rando, and we've known each other for a few years now, and he's one of my mods, and he's just really been very, very helpful. He pretty much will come into my chat and just coach me on anything that I'm need to learn. I joke about it, but I'm if I just happen to say on my stream, what's the setup for this? It summons him to my chat.
There's one thing no logic heads doing more than playing the game and destroying it is teaching other people how to do the exact same thing.
Oh, hey, look, a hook shot. That's kind of nice.
Nice little hook shot in Midas. So hook shot early on is really, really nice because in the worst case scenario, often with these seeds, you'll have to do it without a hook shot. So getting a hook shot early on just makes things a ton easier.
Things like hovering into Forest Temple or doing hookshot Morpha, they're doable, of course, but they do kind of suck a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. That was generally, so again, this is Blitz. So the idea is essentially you start with 1 dungeon reward and you need to get 5 others in order to get the Ganon's Castle boss key. So the requirements to beat these are extremely low. It's get light arrows, bow, and magic, obviously, to shoot them at Ganon. And then essentially what you need is bare minimum is bomb shoes. You can clear a seed with just bomb shoes if you get really lucky. Bomb bag, obviously really helpful. Hook shot, helpful, but not necessarily required. Because the basic idea is you're going to beat Deku, you're going to beat DC, you're going to beat DC, you're going to beat Forest.
Yeah.
That's 3 right there. And then you basically only need 1 or 2 more, right? So Water Temple you can get into pretty easily. You can hover over to Morpha, and as painful as hookshotless Morpha is, you can do it. Thankfully, we don't have to do it here.
Yeah. So another thing that is kind of a consideration, of course, is key layout. It is especially probably, I think, the most like monka of dungeons in terms of keys is Fire Temple, because there are 5 checks in early Fire Temple, and you have to get 3 keys in those 5 checks. 6 checks if you do Volvagia with or without the boss key, because it's possible that she may have a key, but it definitely can be pretty daunting if you have something that is behind those keys, or if you are wanting to do that dungeon and you can't go any further because the keys are not allowing it.
Yeah, that's another big thing that I kind of learned this mid-tournament, was that no logic means no key logic as well.
Yeah.
So sometimes,
Yeah.
and of course, all locations reachable is not a concept that applies here at all. So
Oh,
good luck.
none whatsoever. Yeah, I think it was in the qualifier. I realized that I may have screwed myself out of being able to beat Shadow Temple because I used too many keys, and like I got an item and I saved. And you don't want to do that when you use keys in certain dungeons, Shadow Temple being one of them, so that you can scum it and go back and maybe do it reverse to see if there's anything that you need. If like light arrows had been in Shadow Temple, I would have been completely screwed and I wouldn't have been able to beat it. So you do have to be really careful about what you're doing. This is a pretty normal play here, though. Both runners are in early Deku. We saw them do ISG to farm more sticks because that is the easiest way to get more sticks. But we're gonna see pretty standard. Deku Tree doesn't have a whole lot of glitches that we're going to be doing, so it's gonna be pretty standardized. You'll see ISG, which is infinite sword glitch. It means that your sword is always in a state of swinging, and therefore you can hit stuff really, really fast.
And obviously one of the
go ahead.
one of the big reasons why ISG is so powerful, especially early game, is that it doesn't break your stick, so you can essentially get stick damage for no cost at all. So
yeah,
it's really nice. And you'll see that Dotzo only went for 4 sticks as opposed to Sage getting 8, and this is because you don't really need to watch your stick count that much. As long as you're good with ISG, you can basically have as many sticks as you want. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the way that no logic, the way you kind of want to route it is, the way Sage framed it to me was that it's essentially a guessing game at the end of the day. Like, you know, the 2 magics can be anywhere, the 3 bows can be anywhere, and light arrows. I mean, light arrows are always anywhere, and you can get the hint, but it's essentially just take a shot, optimize your checks, and go for, you know, try to go for optimizing checks per minute. So obviously the first thing you're going to do is go to Deku if you're looking.
Oh, that is some pog ass shit right there. We have some explosives. This game is this pretty much is beatable. Like this is like Dotzo's wet dream. We have a hookshot and bomb bang at the start of the seed. So
you just need bow magic and light arrows, and then we'll be fine. But bombs early on is like probably the best. Like bombs and hookshot both early is like best case scenario. So
yeah. So.
Oh, nice ice trap.
Yep.
Not how I don't miss those in standard.
And of course, you will see early bottom of the well. Song of Storms is irrelevant for entering the bottom of the well. You're just going to go there, and bottom of the well has a lot of checks. You also don't need Zelda's Lullaby for bottom of the well. There are some glitches you can do for that.
This is how I frame storms in no logic. It's just by stating that message.
Pretty much. Now, for the grottos, there's 2 grottos and the frogs in the rain. You do actually have to have storms for those. But if you're at that point, then, you know, it's whatever. You're probably trying to think of other ways to do things.
If you're coming from the glitchless perspective, just imagine Saria's song with 1 extra check. That's what storms is in this.
Yeah.
It's not very good. What is this setup, Dotzo? That's pretty cool.
Yes, it is.
So,
I think he posted that for me in the Discord once, and I never took the time to learn it because I can be kind of lazy.
Now the question is it faster to do that or just do a ground jump? Because obviously, you know, that's
if you're doing the flame storage, then you don't want to do a ground jump because you can do a ground jump. Because it depends on your ground jump setup. The one I use pulls my stick out, which takes away my flame storage. So that wouldn't be faster.
Okay, Sage is trying to do the method where you don't lose your flame storage, and you just
Yeah.
kind of roll into the bomb, holding shield
Yep.
and mashing A, and you get it.
I don't think he got it though. Why is he? Because he's pushing the block to do the jump across to get it
Yeah,
lit
I'm not
with
sure.
the.
He must have forgot to get flame storage. So. Well, he also tried to clip through because you don't normally need to get the flame storage. You can just clip through the web. But
yeah, which we saw dotzo do a second ago. So really, this point there's very little deviation in the routes. So it's gonna be I mean, these are both very skilled players, and they also have been playing Randomizer for a long time, so they pretty much know what's optimal to do.
The real divergence is going to be what they're going to do after Deku Tree, because there's a couple options. You can either go adult right away. We don't start with ZL. We don't have free ZL in these settings, so you can go get the song from the castle. Or you can go to Well. All three of them are pretty viable plays, because going adult, you get adult CAC, which is one of the best areas after Deku Tree. Going to Well is pretty much straight up the best area after Deku Tree. The issue is, after clearing Deku, like, you basically want to go adult as soon as possible, because that's where most of your dungeons are. And if you just find stuff on the way, then you just win outright.
And, like, to be completely fair, like, we have the ability to do Dodongo's Cavern and Forest Temple right now. You literally don't need anything but a hookshot. I mean, you technically don't even need the hookshot, but with that hookshot, they can just go up there, run in real quick, do the boss key skip, and smash PG in the face. So,
also doing a little mega flip to get this check right here.
Yep.
Let's see if it's worth anything. Nope, it's just a mixture.
No. And we don't need that around here.
Yeah, in fact, oftentimes having lower health is preferable. In case you want to do a death warp or something.
Yeah.
You do want to have that. It doesn't usually come up, but doesn't matter that much. When you have the power of ISG, health is not really a concern.
Yeah. Now, I play a lot of beta quests as well, and you definitely want to not get a lot of hearts, because part of beta quests and routing beta quests efficiently is dying a lot.
Yep.
So when you have a lot of hearts, you don't want to, like, it takes forever and it sucks. So you get kind of good at, like, doing things with low health. So we're going to see where Dotzo goes. It looks like he's going to Hess. Well, maybe. There we go. Just a super side. But it looks he's going to the castle. So he's either going to get the song at ZL or he's going to go adult. Possibly both, porque no los dos.
Yeah. There's an obvious trade-off with spending the time to get a song versus just, going and walking to places, because the song could be a warp song. And if that song cuts down on your travel time, especially in a seed like this where hookshot and bombs are available so early, it's probably going to be a pretty quick seed.
Yeah.
The trade-off between spending the time going to castle and then it's like, oh no, it's Saria's song or something that's kind of useless in these settings.
Or like Sun Song or something. You're like, oh, gee, thanks.
Right. Yeah, but then like something like Minuet is like, oh, that's pretty pog. That was absolutely at the time.
That's really powerful. And like for me, like I will definitely at least want ZL in case I have to do Shadow Temple because of the boat. There are ways to skip that, but I don't know how to do that, so we just like pretend that it's not a thing.
I don't think either of these players will have to pretend that though. They can very easily clear Shadow without ZL. So
they have no issues there. Dotso's checking Bombchu Bowling. He's going to bomb the cute Bombchu Bowling lady, and she has nothing of value. I'm assuming that he's playing again for Bombchus. Yup. Which is actually a pretty good idea. Bombchus, you can do pretty much all the same tricks with Bombchus that you can do with bombs, but some of the setups are easier or different, depending on which type of explosives you have. So if you have chews, you might be doing something that is a little bit easier or quicker. Just an optimization factor, basically.
I think most of the strats, I think Shadow Temple boat skip and boss key skip are only really possible with, well, I think you can do boat skip with just bombs, but the boss key skip, I only really know a method of doing it with choose, so probably just for insurance.
Yeah.
Shadow Temple, especially with the hook shot, Shadow Temple is most likely going to be one of their dungeon clears here.
Yeah. That is very possible. They also may dip Ganon's castle, or they may not. I tend to go because there's a lot of checks there, but sometimes it has nothing. Everything's in light trial. If it's there, if there's anything, it's always in light trial.
Fortunately, there are setups to get into light trial both with and without bombs. So as long as you can get into Ganon's castle, you're pretty much fine. But usually not always. Getting into Ganon's castle requires one-up bombs or hookshot because either you need bombs to hover in, or you can just clear DC and Deku, and then you have the requirements for bridge.
Exactly. Yeah, it's very free, and I did this intentionally when I created these settings because I did want people of all skill levels to be able to feel like they could join and compete, and especially me because I'm still sort of on the newer end of doing glitches. I wanted it to be something, and also I wanted to kind of ensure that seeds were mostly going to be beatable. And knock on my fake wood that is my desk, we haven't had one yet that has not been beatable. So I'm hoping that stands and holds for this, but we'll see how things go. We'll know pretty quickly, I think, if it's not.
You've essentially created settings where the most important items are magic, bow, hookshot, and bombs, and of those there are either 2 or 3 of each of them in the world. So those usually aren't an issue. You're usually going to be able to find at least one of them. The real problem becomes if light arrows are inaccessible, which is totally possible and not really much you can do about, but we've gotten lucky so far, so we'll see.
I thought about doing something where you just get oh hey, titties are at CAC. I thought about doing something where there's maybe like a copy of light arrows that comes like that you can get after like maybe getting 7 under rewards or something. And I know that Cubs did that for one of his Blitz tournaments. So maybe for the next one we might do something like that just to see. But we're not, the next one probably will not be until like maybe summertime. We'll do like anti-logic August or something.
Anti-logic August.
Yeah, I don't know. Usually it's just it's easier for me obviously because my day job is a teacher, and so when I'm off work it's a lot easier for me to do stuff like this. And if you guys hear my dog like whining, she just wants attention. So you may hear her. She may be doing commentary with us.
What kind of dog do you have?
She is a lab pit mix, and she is a brat, and we love her, and she owns this house.
There you go.
Except she doesn't pay the fucking mortgage, so kind of wish she would. It would be nice. You don't pay any rent. It's not fair. But we have also found shields, so Shiro is obviously pleased.
Of course.
The Song of Storms at the Temple of Time. We have Ice Cavern has Sarias. We're not going to get that. The Gold Gauntlets chest. Ocarina of Time is Nocturne. Well, we don't need that. We don't need Nocturne. There's plenty of ways to get up to Shadow Temple. Hookshot jump being the most likely to be used, considering we have a hookshot. But there's also hovering up there as well. So
yeah, and it's like finding Nocturne is obviously the fastest way, and then getting into Shadow Temple. If you've taken part in the Fire Arrow entry debate discussion that led up to Season 5, you might want to look away for this race.
But I mean, to be fair, if they're doing hookshot jump, they're just going to seam walk and they're going to unload the entrance anyway. So
fine. It's Fire Arrow. It's doorless entry, I guess.
Yeah.
It comes that the command for walk is just long.
Yeah, there is no way of the hero. There can be foolish though, and foolish counts. Foolish excludes all major items. I think with the exception of like stone wagon or something, because like literally nobody needs that ever. unless it's for the hints. But like something like Nehru's would not be in a foolish location, because Nehru's can be useful, especially if you it can be useful for not really for glitches, but it's more for like it's like beginner mode is what I would call it, because like you can super slide with it if you don't know how to do like the regular super slide method.
Yeah, the same goes for mega flipping. Mega flipping with Nehru's is extremely free, so it's definitely a comfort mode thing.
Yep. But these guys will almost assuredly not use that. So. But yeah, that's how I learned how to do like clipping into Child Spirit as adult was with Nehru's. So get a good bit of learning in with that.
Sure, makes sense. Yeah. So the real divergence we've seen here. So Sage went for the song in Castle, which ended up being a Pona song. Not exactly the most useful song, unfortunately, in these settings. Whereas Dotzo is just going straight adult, and he's just going straight to CAC. He'll do DC, and then from there, who knows, probably go to Ganon to check that out. If he's not ready.
Oh, stop it!
I agree.
Ice arrows are not useful in these. You can use ice arrows to RBA Water Temple Boss Key, but RBA is item manipulation and it's therefore not allowed. This is probably the closest what Dotso is doing, the closest thing to item manipulation that is allowed, and he is duping this heart container. That is allowed in No I Am Wrong Warp. Oh, and he is going to
fire too.
Look at that. I don't know. I remember watching him play a seed where there was a hook shot there, and he's like, "Oh, free long shot." I was like, "Wow, I need to learn that."
Pretty much the only time you want to be duping him is he's got like, a long shot or something like that.
Like maybe a bomb bag, so that you're getting a little bit extra in terms of like, and so you're getting a second bomb refill. You can have 30 instead of 20 bombs, but I probably wouldn't bother.
Mirror's kind of nice, but
yeah.
Spirit is so slow. Even if you have Requiem, Twin Rova just takes so much longer compared to the other bosses.
Yeah, and Twin Rova does not really have a quick strat. I don't know if Dotso's not going to pick up the titties. They're just hanging out, but he's not going to grab them.
Yeah.
I'm Sag.
There's no need.
Yeah, no, none whatsoever. Except for to make me scream titties, but be quiet.
Oh, let's go.
I think I might have to let her outside. I will be right back.
Dog champ. What an adorable dude. I love dogs so much. I'm so happy we were blessed with that audio for just a little bit. Oh. Dotzo equipping Mirror Shield, not because it's actually practical in any way, but just because Mirror Shield looks cool. I can respect that so much. Taking the time loss to equip Mirror Shield. I honestly, I'm for it. I would do the same. But yeah, right now, it looks like he's just going straight into Shadow Temple, which makes a lot of sense. You have all the items you need to clear it. So,
alright, I am back. She did not want to go out, but I put some more food in her bowl, and maybe that will make her happy.
Or at least distract her for as long as this race goes along.
Yeah, and my significant other is going to be home in like an hour and a half, which hopefully will be done by then, but we'll see. We very well could be.
We'll see. It looks like, at this point, again, we still need a bow, magic, light arrows, I guess the dwarf pack, as it's called.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's just taking guess. You can follow progression to at least clear some dungeons, but after that, it's just basically a guessing game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. So we'll see. It looks like there's more chews in Graveyard, which is kind of nice. Dotzo attempted to do the hookshot jump to get into Shadow, but he messed up the first time and said, I might as well do checks in Graveyard while I'm here.
Yeah, so that's fair. I do like that Mirror Shield color. I know that I saw some people in chat talking about it, so...
Well, what happened was Dotzo went and paused specifically to equip Mirror Shield, not because it's faster or gives him any advantage, but just because it looks cool.
Nice. It looks quite good with his tunic. Well, Sage got the titties, so I must. Titties! All right, I feel better. I got that out of my system.
Got it out of your system.
That's how I be. For those of you who watch ZSR restreams and you've heard people say titties, that actually came from me. That is my meme, and it has spread far and wide throughout the greater Zooter community. And I couldn't be prouder that is my legacy. It is. You're right, Tom. You're right. It's never out of my system, but we can pretend, right? I definitely don't say it at work because students.
Ooh,
And there's a bottle. We like those. Oh, that's the toilet paper bottle. Never mind. That's kind of yeah.
So
we hate Rudo's letter. It is just a waste of a friggin' bottle.
So bottles are useful for a number of glitches. A lot of cutscene skips that allow you to do certain checks, and in one case even a boss key skip. The issue with Rudo's is that it's the one bottle that is not easily clearable. Obviously, you need to deliver it to King Zora. So you might see Rudo's and say, oh, that's a good item, but here it's kind of a waste of space because you have to route in domain, which is not a very good area.
Yeah, it really is not a fun place to go. It's out of the way. Maybe if you get a scale and you get like Serenade, then sure, but most of the time I'm not going there unless like I really need something from like Ice, or like Jabu has my light arrows or something, which it probably doesn't because Jabu sucks. So you are seeing the hookshot jump. Well, you saw it, and you are seeing the seam walk, and you see that it unloads that door so they can just enter Shadow. We don't have to use Dins, which we wouldn't be able to anyway because we have no magic. It's very possible there might be a magic in here. Magic in Shadow Temple is kind of a meme, so...
Yeah. So the way that this works is that there is obviously throughout the world there's planes, just kind of like these like invisible lines that once you cross them it'll load a certain area. So the loading plane for the torches and the door into Shadow Temple is in the little like stairwell that you have to go down through after you play Nocturne. So the reason why they did the hookshot jump was to get onto the like little seam, that little top of collision that still exists, and then side hop on top of the stairwell, thus crossing over the loading plane so the door never actually loads into the game and you can just enter Shadow Temple for free.
And that is why you will sometimes see people going up and down the stairs a bunch of times. You can unload the grave, the composer's grave in Graveyard by going up and down the stairs 17 times. Because you're just kind of doing, it's called heat manipulation, and I could not begin to tell you like how that actually works. I just know what it's called. So, we're doing at least half of what we need to do.
In a very, I guess, watered down explanation, you're loading and unloading a bunch of stuff and the game gets confused. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
My favorite expression in glitching.
Yeah. Yeah. And the game, I think, even just maybe gets a little, it's like when you have ADHD and you have too many things on your mind that like some things just disappear from your brain.
No, the game doesn't get confused. It gets overwhelmed, which is something we can all relate to.
Yeah, especially in 2021. Mm-hmm. All right, it looks like Dotzo's going to do this boat skip, which is it's a setup.
All you gotta do here is get into this position with the setup he did. You gotta do a mega flip with the chew. He's got the frame. He's got the first frame. Needs one more frame on this one. There you go. He's going to backflip, and then he's going to clip out of bounds here. He's going to land in front of what is the door into this room, and he's going to do some kind of setup to essentially cross through this room while it's unloaded. Again, this is all just like normalized setups here. He's setting up for a mega flip to get across. Sage is right behind him. Sage is doing the exact same thing.
Yep.
So yeah, you're just going to mega flip here. One more frame for Dotzo.
And when you mega flip and you kind of go past a wall, it kind of like the game kind of doesn't really realize that the wall exists. So you can mega flip out of bounds fairly easily, depending on where you are. You can do this in Goron City as Child to get into Darunia's room. I did it the other day while trying to mega flip past the waterfall in Zora's River into Domain. I definitely clipped out of bounds a couple times.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's actually fairly easy to do if you are a mega flipper. And now they are both being chased by this bomb chew. They're like almost practically in sync. It's amazing.
I was gonna say Sage did a remarkable job catching up here. He's got the frame, so Sage is gonna get the clip first, and Dotzo got the frame too, so they're both there.
And they are doing, they're going to drop this bomb, and it's going to be a bongo bongo quick kill. And Cubs, shut up. It's not like you can do that shit. Yeah, that's right. I went there. So Sage just completely obliterated Bongo, and what this does is it skips the cutscene, so you don't have to see Bongo load in. You can still kill it. You just don't have to go through that whole process of like, hey, we have this big eye and these hands and they're appearing and then the eye is going to disappear. You do all that. It just saves time.
I think I've seen the ISG setup that Sage did. That might be new. That's really cool because you don't really have to do anything once you're in the arena. And
yeah, you just stand there and kind of look pretty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it looked like it. Sage is all caught up. The difference making will be: will Sage go for stuff in Graveyard, which Dotzo's already done, or will it just go straight to DC?
Yeah. Okay. So nice fire arrows. So we have two of the elemental arrows. We do not have the, which are the light arrows.
The only ones we want. They're not here.
Fire arrows are nice before you get to Shadow because, fire arrow entry is, of course, a thing. But, it's like these two are communicating with each other. Like, they're so in sync. It's so funny. So this is what I was just talking about a second ago with unloading. They're going to go into Composer Grave and see what song they get there. Chances are kind of good that it's going to be a warp song though, because we've already gotten like 3 non-warp songs hinted. So, maybe I'm mistaken on that.
Well, we've seen storms.
Saria's was an ice.
Saria's an ice, and we've seen Nocturne hinted, so it's not going to be one of those.
And Dotzo, despite being a math nerd, apparently doesn't know how to count.
This trick can be kind of finicky sometimes.
It can be. Usually for me, it says 17 times, but usually it tends to be 18 for me.
Yeah.
And they're going to probably do this setup. So there is, this is basically a swordless jump slash that they're doing, or that they're going to do. And Dotzo just got it. And what it does is it gives your sword a glitched value, which will allow you to light these torches. So you don't need to get a stick, which obviously you can't equip as adult anyway. At least not in Rando, I think.
This is a trick called Quick Put Away, and it gives you a glitch damage value that has like a ton of different things. Like there's like boomerang damage, slingshot damage, but one of them is Din's fire damage, which is what lets you light the torches. And that's another way. If you don't have a hook shot but you have Nocturne, that's a really easy way to light the torches to get into Shadow Temple.
Now I'm wondering with that Requiem and Mirror Shield if Dotzo's gonna go do Spirit, because he can get in there.
Hard to say. Because they have the win condition right now, at least for getting the Ganon's Castle boss key, with being able to do Water, Dongo, and Force.
Water, Force, and DC, yeah.
So it's probably still faster to go do those 3, but this does open up I'm not sure. This does open up Spirit as an option, at least when we're looking for the bow and light arrows, but
it is also a sort of quicker way to get to GTG if you want to go to GTG at some point. I don't really think there are very many no logic seeds where I end up going to GTG, but it's possible, I guess.
Indeed. We'll see.
This is becoming a very healthy seed. So Dotzo's going to Bolero. Probably going to check what's going on in Crater. A few checks here. He might be going to turn in that claim check as well. Prelude. It's kind of nice to get.
Prelude in these settings where random spawns are turned off is not.
That is true.
But it's fine. It's a warp song. We'll take it.
It's still faster than saving and resetting, especially on VC. Oh, was there a hint for Big Horn? I did not see it. What the fuck was that? I couldn't see what that was.
That's a Deku Nut.
Oh, okay.
What you're seeing was the bright.
Yeah. Now I'm actually Now that you said that, I'm processing that in my brain. Because it looked like titties but sideways, and I was like, okay, it's not that, because we know where those are.
Imagine that if items could rotate on more than one axis.
Oh my god! Yeah, that would be so amazing for freestanding items. We should suggest that. That would be funny.
Well, I know that there's a setting in MMR where if an item is an ice trap, it'll rotate the opposite way.
We have talked about doing that, but I think it's like a lot of people probably wouldn't even know the difference, you know? Right. Water Temple's foolish. I mean, they're literally just going to go into Water Temple and go straight to Morpha anyway. Like, we're not looking for anything in Water Temple. You don't go to Water Temple for items. You go to Water Temple to get Morpha. That's literally it.
Yeah, indeed. dotzo Sage rather getting really lucky with those bomb drops. That was incredible.
Yeah. Like, that never happens. Not me, like, having to, like, hit those bushes, like, 26 times just to get a single bomb drop.
Please spare one crumb of bomb.
I know, seriously.
Alright, let's see what's up here. Just a huge rupee, and I'm sure Dotzo and Sage are both heading straight for DC now.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
See what this holds. The other options right now, obviously, they could go back Child and do well. It's a little bit easier with Prelude, but I think with so much progression, quote unquote, a progression, in front of them, it's probably best to just go through, do the rounds of the temples they can do, and then check out Ganon's and go from there.
Yeah, I really think, honestly, that's going to be the best play. They literally have a bunch of dungeons they can do. They have kind of their pick of dungeons, honestly, that they can do. I'll be surprised. I don't know if Dotzo's going to clear this. It looks like he is. You don't necessarily need to. There are, you can use the bomb chew strat, which is also a glitchless strat, to open the eyes and just not even do Dodongo's Cavern. But I think he's just like looking for some items to make his life a little bit easier.
Yeah, I do think that, well, DC is, again, one of the better regions in the game, especially with no keys. You don't have to worry about key logic at all. It's probably preferable to just clear the whole thing. I'm
surprised to see Sage getting Skulltulas, but that could pay off if they turn out to be anything. We do have 40 and 50 turned off because this is a Blitz tournament. And nobody follows Skull Logic even in like standard, so there's definitely no Skull Logic here. Oh, there's a bomb bag in DC. That's nice French vanilla explosives.
Indeed. Not bad.
Not at all. And we have actual Goron City music in Goron. Because Sage has had randomized music. So it took me a second to process that. He had randomized music, and that's actually the music. And he just got Iron Boots too, so I think if he doesn't go to water, I'll be very surprised.
Yeah. Now it's just a matter of how good is he going to be at the hover into Morpha, which, surprise, he's really good at that.
Yeah. Yeah, this is really, at this point, it's going to be an execution battle more than anything. I don't even think it's going to really be luck-based, because there's no real luck left here. You're gonna, like, Forest Temple is free, Water Temple's free, DC is free. You're just going to do those three, get your boss key, and you're going to go see Ganondorf and have him tell you where the light arrows are. So it's literally just, at this point, an execution-based kind of thing.
Absolutely. Goron Pod is dead. Wow. Very helpful hint. Thank you.
Yeah, right.
Sage doing a little Hess here to get into the hammerlocked chest, or I guess strength 2 hammerlocked chest.
Yeah.
See if it's anything. It's
nothing of value.
Big set.
Damn. Yeah, we knew that was coming, Cubs. Come on, you know better than that.
Let's see what the song is here for Sage. He's probably, I think he's fishing for Minuet, is what he's doing.
It's possible. I mean, with Bolero, you kind of don't need it. It's not a hardship to just go through Goron City to get to Lost Woods. Yeah, Song of Time. And there's a condom. Zooter safely, everyone. Don't be a fool. Wrap your tool.
Oh my god. Listen, titties. I'm surprised. There's an obvious theme going on with some of these jokes and items.
Yes.
Little Navi glitch here, by the way, to skip the block push.
Yeah. I know that. It's always marked mature when I'm on it. I'm aware. I've said worse on this channel. Shit. This is not family friendly.
This is going to be dungeon reward number 4 for Dotzo coming up here.
Yep.
I'm sure Sage is going to do something similar to Dotzo, just a little bit behind, and it's mostly due to the Hyrule Castle trip to get a Epona song.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see if that ends up.
Which, if he needs to do like horseback archery, that's gonna pay off. So, yeah, I guess not snacks. It's kind of like when my students say 69 and I can't say nice, even though like I'm thinking it internally. I have to be like, I just have to be like, yeah, instead of like.
They know that you're thinking it.
They do. They 100% do. I had one student. So I had a girl student. No, it was a boy who called a girl a bitch. He's like, bitch. And she was like, you're a bitch. And I couldn't even stop myself from laughing. It was so funny. I was like, I know this is not appropriate. I'm not supposed to laugh. But like her retort was so perfect.
That's such a good comeback to being called a bitch. Like, no, you're a bitch. Bitch.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, oh my god, dude, seriously? Anyway, working with 13 and 14-year-olds is a real trip. And Gerudo Valley is foolish, so we don't have to go there.
I had a friend who worked as a music teacher for like grade 7, grade 8. And basically all she would do to win the students over is like, look, I can play Megalovania. And they'd be like, ooh, she knows the memes.
I said it is funny. Like, I have to be really careful persona, and I don't want my kids to find me on Twitch, even though they would probably respect it. But all it takes is like one parent to be like, oh my god, this teacher is like blah 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 blah. Forget, this is not becoming of a teacher. I'm like, first of all, I'm not at work when I'm doing this.
First of all,
but
you said coming, and that's funny. Second of all.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, it can be a little monka because my students do know that I stream, but I won't tell them any information about it. So maybe my students are watching ZSR right now, and then I'm screwed. But you know, whatever.
One of those students, press 1. Don't actually do that. Don't.
Yeah,
don't out yourself.
Yeah, seriously. And that's the thing. If I knew that middle schoolers could be chill about literally anything, I wouldn't care. They're not capable of being chill about literally anything. It's like part of their job.
Do it, Cubs! I dare you!
Cubs can't even ban snacks. Oh my god, are you serious, Cubs? Wow.
I was timed out for 10 minutes. It worked.
You can't time out the broadcast or the fucking commentator.
He just did.
Wow.
It's okay.
I'm pinging Trez. This is abuse of power.
No, don't do that. I egged him on. This is all me.
But it's Cubs.
I got unbanned, and the first thing it says is, so now it's your restream or your resub anniversary. Oh my god! So I got to do something cool here. Hold on, let me prepare this. Give me a sec.
You are not prepared. Those are my World of Warcraft memes for any of you fucking nerds out there.
Never played WoW before.
Yeah, some people have. Dang.
I could only get the first part of the copy pasta, but the sentiment. The sentiment is there.
Yeah, we need the copy pasta. It's important, the copy pasta. There's some really good copy pastas out there. I know that some people don't like copy pastas, but like used in the right moment, they're really fun.
It's so the original copy pasta that I posted is about Flying Lotus, but it only mentions him at the very beginning, so you can just copy it and replace with whoever you want. The tricky thing becomes when somebody's pronouns are not he, him, but you can usually you can take the time to work it out.
Right. One of I put a snowman on, speaking of pronouns, I put a snowman on my door today, and somebody was like, is it a male or a female snowman? I was like, they're non-binary. They're like, oh, okay.
What do you want from me? Oh, Sage, no. That sucks.
Yeah, it does. Alright, so Dotzo is back in... Yeah, he's going to Forest.
Yep.
100% going to Forest.
Still seeing a huge lack of magic bow and light arrows.
Yeah.
Where could they be?
So light arrows might not be the hard part of this. Muggle mode is definitely a thing.
Muggle mode.
Foolish fire. Bow is not needed for Forest. It's needed for Ganondorf. You don't need bow for Forest.
The only thing you need...
You've seen me do Forest without the bow, Cubs. You're foolish. What?
Do you have any kind of... You need bow or hookshot in order to kill Phantom Ganon. Either one of them works, but they also aid in the boss key skip. Yeah. And you can use either one of them.
Yeah. Forest, fire, and water are foolish, which is really quite nice. Like, really, really nice.
Yeah, for sure. Alright.
Yeah, you can use Boomerang on Phantom Ganon. You can do a glitch to equip Boomerang as adult, which is called Equip Swap. And basically, it requires you using the item menu and switching things really quickly on a certain frame. And I don't know how to do it, but that's pretty much what it is, and we may see it today, but probably we won't.
One of those things, it's also, to do it as adult, you need one of the... There's a specific set of items on the right side of the menu select screen. To do it as child, they do it as sticks, but because sticks are grayed out as adult, you can't do it on the left side. So you need like something like Dins or FW or Nehru's in order to do it, which they have two of, so they're fine. But
So Dotzo's still checking some of this overworld. I can't really blame him for that though, because again, we do need the bow, the magic, and the light arrows. And he's not going to want to come back here, especially if he doesn't get Minuet. That's going to be like really annoying. So I don't blame him at all for doing this sort of thing. Overworld is actually like just notoriously slow. But since we know that we have 3 foolish dungeons already, your shit's gonna be probably an overworld, so.
I'm pretty sure Bigger as child is allowed, again, as long as it's not item manipulation or some kind of wrong warp, it's pretty much allowed. The simplest way we can sum it up is that it's like GSR rules. You need to kill Ganondorf. You can't do like RBA or SRM. You can't do wrong warps. That's pretty much it. Everything else is fair game.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is that stuff like item manipulation just kind of defeats the point of rando.
Yeah, for real.
Get what you need to do RBA and then glitch every item into your inventory. Wow, good job.
Yeah. That's actually a clause that like that's like if you ever watch ZFG when he's doing rando, he will say that. Like he straight up comes out and just says that because that it really does defeat, and he knows how to do like all those glitches because I mean he's run hundo. So
he's run the most degenerate forms of hundo where you just glitch every single item into your inventory possible.
So normally what we would do here with Forest Symbol cutscene is we would skip it using a bottle, usually a bottle with a fish, bugs too. There is a way to do it without either, but it's like pure ass. But since we know Forest is foolish, there's no need to check the basement before we go anywhere. You would normally want to check the basement in case there's a key down there if you do have to go through all of Forest. But with just doing the boss key skip, there's again literally no reason.
There's a couple ways to set this up, but essentially you clip through the geometry here to get inside the staircase, and then you just jump into the void and hit the boss loading zone.
Yeah, you just hit the plane.
Now all we need to do is use the hook shot. I don't know if I'm sure most random players know this, but you can use the hook shot on Phantom Ganon. And then the second phase, you can just get ISG and do a number of different setups to kill him extremely quickly.
Yeah. And using the hook shot is, I wouldn't say difficult, but it's a slightly different timing. So you have to release it earlier than you would because of the whole chain going out and type thing to make sure that you're actually hitting him before he like runs you, smacks you in the face with the big ball of light. So what Dotzo's doing is he's spamming hookshot because he has ISG right next to Phantom Ganon, and what that does is it just keeps him, it basically stun locks him while you just destroy him with your ISG.
Yep. Very, very nice, very, very fast and easy. No problem whatsoever.
And very, very fun.
Yep.
Phantom Ganon on standard fucking sucks, dude. I was in the co-op tournament with Cubs, and like every game I'm like, man, I hope we don't have to do Forest, because Forest Temple fucking sucks ass. Can't stand it.
Of course. And now, so we have Serenade, so obviously Dotzo's just rushing dungeon rewards again.
Oh yeah.
And then we'll see what happens after that. That's when the real fun begins.
Yep. He's gonna do... is he gonna do the Ocarina Dive?
Looks like he was trying to do a setup, but he messed it up, so he's just gonna go for the consistent strat. There's a couple of different...
But Dotzo, you have the Iron Boots and the hookshot. Like, you don't need...
You might not realize that. You don't usually have Iron Boots.
Yeah.
Unless he's going for something else that I don't know about.
This looks like a ledge clip setup. Yeah, I think he's gonna ledge clip here, and there's like an out of bounds swim, and you can just swim to the load zone. I have not done this one though. Out of bounds swimming is fucking gross sometimes, or it can be. Yeah, but he's definitely when you do a side hop, back and forth, and then a side roll. You want to target on the frame that Link is grabbing the ledge, and that will actually clip you into the ground, just like that. So, and now he's going to swim to the load, which it's very easy to clip back in. So he's got to be careful about where he actually goes. But once he's done that, then he will just find the load, and we are in Water Temple. And he's going to hover to Morpha, and he's going to Bosky Skip, almost assuredly. So don't have to open the gate, just swim right behind it, and there we are.
I'm sure it definitely would have been faster to just use the Iron Boots and the hook shot, but...
Yeah, if you had gotten that first try, it probably would have been pretty quick, but the lack of first try is definitely a thing. But he's in pretty good shape right now. He's about to be... He's a whole dungeon ahead of Sage. So Dotzo's going to do some hovering, and hovering requires ISG, because another really great feature of ISG is that you can't fall. So you can like backflip off of something, you can side hop off of something, but if you're just like walking off a ledge, you will not fall. Which is really, really useful when you want to do something like hover, which is what Dotzo's doing. These are called side flip hovers, I believe. And you can see that he's doing a lot of buffering because he doesn't want to screw this up.
Yeah, this is it's a frame, like the side roll is fine. Getting the side roll is not a problem, but the backflip afterwards is frame perfect, and after that you want to drop the shoe like as soon as you backflip to get the most amount of like height and distance on it.
Yeah.
So it's worth it to pause buffer those.
So Dotzo is going to be doing a Bosky Skip here. This Bosky Skip is actually probably one of the easiest ones. So he's going to do a staircase hover, which is another type of hover. And then once you're up in the air, then you drop a bomb on a certain frame. You're going to pull your sword out once the bomb gets to that frame, and you're just going to be pushed through the door, and you don't have to get the boss key for it. Yeah, so there he is. Very, very simple.
Of course. you have a hook shot here for Morpha. You might as well use it. You don't have to do
Yeah.
hook shotless Morpha, but
Yeah, if he were going to do that, it would literally be to show off. Yeah, Sage might not have gotten the hint for Forest Temple being foolish, which is really an oof. Like a big oof.
yeah, a little bit. Dotzo is going to be on his way to Ganon's castle, presumably pretty soon, and from there he's just going to have so many checks available for him.
I mean, he could do Jungle Jump, Cubs. It's not like particularly difficult. So Sage did a slightly different setup for the boss key skip, but it does the same thing. You clip in that little corner, and you're in the void kind of zone, and then you just kind of jump. And you can kind of judge where you're jumping too, like based on your compass. So it's nice. It kind of sucks a little bit if you have like maps and compasses turned off. I definitely like using it. So, but you can control like where you go when you are jumping a little bit to an extent. There's a Deku shield on Morpha. We don't need that.
Don't need that at all.
And that is Dotzo's Goron Ruby and his 6th dungeon reward. You'll be getting that Ganon's boss key in a second. I like how they go to the Chamber of Sages, like despite he got like a child reward. I know it's because he beat an adult. It's just kind of funny to me.
Yeah, a little bit.
Because you don't see the cutscene either. It would be really funny if Ruda was like giving him the Goron Ruby.
Sage just waiting here for Phantom Ganon to give him a good shot. There you go.
Yeah.
And he's down.
Yeah, Phantom Ganon can be kind of a pain in the ass. What is
Dotzo might be opting for well instead.
Oh, okay. Huh? Like, I don't know why he would... Oh, I think he got that hint. I think he probably just didn't remember it, maybe. And probably thinking that it was something... I mean, yeah, he could have gotten that. He didn't have to get it right the second, but I guess there's not really anything wrong with him getting it right now, so... And by the way, I have to say it, Forest Temple had Forest Medallion. Is this even rando?
Wow. Yeah, pretty clear lead for Dotzo here, I'd say. But
it's really, though, now it's going to be casino mode because we're looking for the bow and that magic. Light arrows are hinted, but nothing. The other two things are not. There is no specific hint for light arrows or magic. Yeah, Sage is just going to use the iron boots and the hook shot. He's going to do intended % water temple entry.
Does this even no logic?
Right? I had my soda up to my mouth. If I sounded a little tinny there, I was like laughing in a soda can.
Yeah, we'll see here. You can get all the checks in Ganon's castle pretty easily. You can flip into Light Trial. That's not an issue at all. Shadow Trial 2 is hinted, so that's not going to be a problem either.
Yeah. So I'm so glad that hint exists now, by the way. That hint, nice. that check is actual garbage. So having that hint be a thing is like really nice. The only thing he can't do is the final chest in Light Trial that is ZL locked, because we don't have ZL. But if it's there, then, well, we're just going to be suffering, I guess. Oh, there's a bow! Alright.
That is a school time.
Yeah, that is going to feel pretty... That's got to feel pretty good to get that there.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to excuse me. I have to run to the bathroom, so I'll be right back.
Alright, no worries. This is Shadow Trial. There's the Lens of Uselessness. Absolutely no value whatsoever. You don't have to use the lens for chess minigame. You can do a put away ocarina items glitch that allows you to just kind of have infinite tries with the chess minigame. Dotzo tried teaching me this, and it's really, really precise, and I could not get it. But anyway, you're going to see Dotzo do this, and he's going to make it look really easy. I will tell you that it's actually not as easy as it looks. Which is why I just unload. You can just very easily unload the obelisk and just walk into the door. I mean, okay, that's fair, Esther. That's fair. I don't actually know put away OI, so like if something's on chess minigame, I do have to be like a pleb and use the lens. That's a nice little health refill there. Sage finishing up Morpha, having no trouble there whatsoever. I need Dotzo to get a bloopy so that he can have nice rupees. There we go! Nice! We need nice in the chat, everybody. Light Trial looks like shit. It always makes me sad when there's nothing in Light Trial. Particularly, I very much enjoy when there is there's a strength upgrade in Light Trial. It's just it's kind of a meme. It's like, oh, you thought I needed this to get in here. Actually, no, I didn't. I would do the chant, but okay, it's letting me. Oh, because it's capital N. It's not me typing the same message. I was like, because like there's that restriction on putting the same like message in twice in a row, but I didn't capitalize it the last time. So Dotzo's doing hookshot extension here instead of using a bomb chew, or not hookshot extension, bow extension, and that lets him shoot that without having to waste a chew. There's the other key. So unfortunately, there is an item in the back of Light Trial that we will not be able to access right now. Ganon's Castle's kind of not doing a lot for us, though. All we got was that bow. Not like that's a bad thing, but, you know. We would have probably liked to have found more things here. Sage is going fishing, so that's an interesting one. Yep, we are in... Dotzo's going to get the hint for light arrows. And then he'll get those, and then he'll be in Muggle mode. Assuming that he doesn't find magic. I mean, this is a problem not just in Standard. It's a problem in DDR, a problem in No I Am Wrong War. Magic just loves to be elusive. I thought maybe Magic would be in Shadow, because Magic loves to be in Shadow Temple. Magic loves to be Magic locked. So, which, I mean, it's not really Magic locked, ever. No, we're gonna definitely be checking the Bosky chest here. And Sage is farming bombs. A wonderful recovery heart that is so desperately needed. Sage is going to do the lab dive. This is what they're going to be doing. Yeah, they're in Link to the Past. So, yeah, that's going to be pretty rough. But yeah, this setup obviously is something that is allowed in Standard. The quick little equip of the boots to act like you're diving. That is something that most people who watch Randomizer are familiar with, for sure. They have not gone anywhere near Ice Cavern, no. Ice Cavern is not really a lucrative area to go to, and we know the song is Saria's song there, so it's not really worth going unless we get a hint that the light arrows happen to be there, in which case we're gonna go, and you guys will see Bottleless Ice Cavern, which is actually really cool. I do not know what that is. Cloud, I do not know what that is. Light arrows are in Lake Hylia. Okay. I wonder where, because we just saw Sage. He did fishing, and he did lab dive, and they weren't there. So they could be on Ruto's Ladder, they could be on Child Fishing, or they could be on top of the lab. On top of the lab, he could just hover to get there, but Dotzo's going to go there as adult and do the checks that Sage just did, so he's going to lose a little bit of time there, and there's another bow! So that is in the open grotto in Hyrule Field, so... Oh yeah, Shoot the Sun. If it is Shoot the Sun, then you can hover to that. It's really annoying. It's a really annoying thing, but it's doable. Cubs, please! Your mom's in logic. Oh, got him! Toilet is a key. If Cubs and I weren't such good friends, everybody would like, he would probably be pissed at me for saying that, but I give him that shit all the time. Like, literally all the time. If you guys ever watch us doing a co-op race, or any kind of bingo or something, like, all we do is talk shit to each other for, like, 2 hours. I mean, it could be. If you don't like people sniping at each other for 2 hours, then... Usually I don't like going... So, yes, I do. I hate Lake Hylia because I have, like, not Stockholm Syndrome, but I have, like, PTSD from Beta Quest, where, like, everything leads to the lake, and Lake is just really terrible, because you can't get anywhere quickly in Lake. It's really annoying, so... That is a personal problem, though. So we have Sage at the Tektite Grotto, and we're going to see what's here. It is a purple rupee. He said, nope, not today, Satan, not today. So, and Dotzo is going to be doing adult fishing, which we have already seen. Greg is not Satan. Greg is my friend. I don't actually know anybody named Greg, so it works out. It's fine. We're not going to be here that long. I don't think it's going to be that bad. You, like, underestimate these guys. Alright, we've got the heart piece. Actually, kind of surprised that Dotzo didn't just do this child. Because you can do a setup to get both rewards. I don't remember how you do it, but there is a way to get both rewards. And now Dotzo is going to check shoot the sun. Actually, I just realized you don't have to hover to this. The lake is full. So, I, like, forgot that we did more fun. We filled the lake. So, we're going to see what this is. Look, a chicken hatch from the egg you were incubating. We can't see what's on Shoot the Sun. It's a bloopy, so it's definitely on child. It is, well, not definitely. It could be on the lab. Dotzo obviously did not activate Pierre as a child, so if he wants to go up to the top of the lab, that's going to be a hover. So that would be kind of annoying. Cubs, you should be, honestly. Shiro seeds were hot garbage. That was just, like, straight up not fair, dude. Like, that seed against Runner Guy was actual fucking disgusting trash dumpster fire garbage. Yeah, I think Dotzo's just, he's just gonna get Scarecrow. He's gonna go child and do the child checks first, and then get Scarecrow and come back to lab if it has to be that. Yeah, Cubs, you should be ashamed of yourself. Didn't your mother ever teach you manners? Oh wait, never mind. She was too busy with me. Oh, got him! I'm 2-in-1 stream. Let's go. Oh my goodness. I kind of want to. I'm wondering. So Dotzo's doing a super swim right now, using the Octorok to propel him backwards. There's the light arrows. Those I think go to the. I don't know, maybe those weren't light arrows. He's getting Scarecrow. Wow. The speed at which he got that is actually insane. I'm sorry if I'm not really focusing much on Sage, because we've already seen these checks, so it's kind of like, you know, it's hard for me to kind of say the same thing. I don't think we need it, like, honestly. So, but I don't know if that was there. I thought I saw them, but I may be mistaken because he was going kind of fast with that super swim there, so. Okay, I wasn't sure. Like, it could have been a gold rupee. I mean, we've had that before. The fish is not cooperating. Does he need scale though? I actually don't know if there's a strat for that, because I know you can, like, well, you can't navi dive. If you navi dive, you're not in the swimming animation to pick that up, so you may not. Yeah, so you may need this. So okay, if he's saying on, like, his stream that he does, then he does, because Dotzo knows better what Dotzo can do.
Hello. Sorry about that.
That's all right. We were just having some fun. We got another your mom joke.
Mhm.
So, we have learned that the light arrows are here in Lake Hylia. They are on Rudo's other spot. We don't have a scale, so we need that. We have still not found magic though. Sage found another bow in the open grotto. Dotzo does what Nintendo don't. I mean, maybe. So he's checking hints right now, which I can't really blame him for that. It'll give him some direction, or at least tell him which areas to avoid.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is definitely a good thing. Oh, the puns. I love the... Brings us back to our old Polyganon days. I don't know if he still comes around the restreams as much anymore, but I always had fun when he would pun up the chat and people would be like, oh my god, that's so bad. I love puns. I'm an English teacher. Alright, Darunia's Joy. We have killed all Joy. Joy is dead.
Unfortunately.
Oh yeah, we don't usually mark... We're not used to marking Lens of Truth, so... Like, I know that from, like, a tracker standpoint. Like, sometimes you only think about, like, filling out, like, one half, because that's usually what shows on 4-person restreams. Hook shot at Kokiri Forest. No shit!
Yeah.
It was literally, like, the third check. Thanks for that super useful hint.
Yeah, I guess we just have to look for a scale in magic now. That's all we need.
Exactly. So, the thing that I like, Darunia, like, honestly, we really need his cutscene back. I'm advocating very heavily for the Darunia's dance cutscene to come back to Randomizer. It serves no purpose, but it makes everybody happy. And isn't that what we need in 2021 after a global pandemic?
Good
So
to
just get a little joy. There's a really great emote on Better Twitch or on 7TV. I can't remember which one, but it's this. I'm typing it in chat. It doesn't show up here because it's not enabled on this channel. But if you if you have a channel and you want to enable it on a channel, it's really great. It's basically Darunia doing the dance. It's one of my favorite emotes, like, out there ever. So now Dotzo is doing a lot of stuff that Sage just did. He's going to get that second bow. In Ice Cavern, we found that the Iron Boots chest is dead. So now Ice Cavern is even less attractive. So, as if it wasn't already.
This has definitely equalized things quite a bit, at least in terms of made it so it's less of Dotzo's advantage and more of just a guessing game completely.
Yep. And that kind of sucks when it comes down to that, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to be fair, they're both playing incredibly well and they're both skilled. Either one of these guys could take it. Sage, I believe, won the Blitz tournament, the DDR Blitz tournament, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you're correct.
Yeah, I kind of lost track of it after. No, I actually didn't qualify. I remember I was like really salty the day of the qualifier and I ended up quitting. So, but yeah, I just was like, whatever. I was mad.
Well, season 2 is right around the corner. Oh
yeah, for sure. So, and I'll actually be like kind of good then, like actually know how to do stuff, which so a lot of people don't like playing glitch rule sets because they feel like there's a lot to learn, and that's true. There is, but the thing I like about glitch rule sets is that a lot of glitches are super versatile. Like, once you learn it in one place, you can apply it in so many other places. Mm-hmm. Mega flipping is a really good example, and that was one of the first major glitches that I learned, was how to mega flip, and you can use mega flipping so much. Another one is ledge clipping. Ledge clipping are absolutely like super useful. The difference, and I will say this is me talking, not putting anybody else's anything out there. Dotzo forgot that Valley's foolish, by the way. But in standard, a lot of the tricks and optimizations are really like a one place kind of trick. Like, you can't use it really anywhere else, which I don't like that as much. So I like having, something that I can use. So if you are like scared about joining glitch rule set races or just learning glitches in general, I would suggest pick one that is like really, really that really stands out to you as being something that you can use in multiple different ways in multiple different places, because you'll feel a lot more powerful just when you know that. So that's my kind of take on things. Because like once I learned how to mega flip, I didn't feel as like nervous about joining like DDR races.
And that's one of the nice things about DDR is that it is run on glitchless logic. So even if you don't know very many glitches, like you're still guaranteed to be able to beat the seed. It's just the glitches could be used to speed up the process.
Yeah, and a lot of people think like mistakenly that like hessing is like a game changer when it's really not. If you have a good knowledge of logic, the movement enhancing glitches are not going to make much of a difference. So that's just to kind of, put that in perspective, And hessing is actually, not really that hard. I have not completely done it yet, but I know the mechanic for it. It's just I haven't gotten it yet. So Dotzo's going to cack.
Might seem pretty daunting at first, but you can invest in an ESS adapter if you really want to, really committed.
True.
And even then, it just becomes kind of a muscle memory thing. Like, I was able to do Hesses before I bought an adapter. The only thing I really struggled with was, like, changing direction.
Yeah. And, like, it just, like, in general, like, with witches, I have chickens coming up, by the way. Chickens are randomized numbers, so we'll see how many she wants. But, the thing about learning glitches, too, is that we have a really helpful community for learning glitches. If there's something you want to learn, you need to ask somebody, and you'll have like 15 people posting a setup for you or something. So yeah, Dotzo will almost certainly not do the Cucko dive. He'll probably do Navi dive. So because it is actually faster than doing the Cucko dive. Just saying. There's two ways into the well, and neither of them is playing Song of Storms. Playing Song of Storms to enter the well is considered a cardinal sin in glitching communities. Like, you don't play Song of Storms to enter the well. Like, that's just, like, against the rules. Alright. I think that's at 5, yeah. So one more. Alright, Anju, what do you got? A Goron Tunic. Not useless, but not useful.
New drip.
There's a big stabby. Alright, so Dotzo's going to do this jump slash. He's going to listen to Navi and just fall down into the well and go on in. So...
Is that?
Huh?
It's as easy as that.
Yeah. You're basically just abusing that cutscene state, and it's just letting you fall all the way to the bottom. So Dotzo's doing a glitch called blank A, which is going to allow him to check these chests in the bottom of the well without having to lower the... And you got hover boots, which are entirely not useful at this point. They're a luxury item, but like we don't need them.
Yeah, for sure. Same with what Sage just got, finding ZL in the ranch. I mean, that's cool, and all, but
yeah, like it will barely save him time if he goes to the well. So. So Dotzo doing some out of bounds swimming to get over here to the dead hand room. To be fair, Egg, they like really haven't, like, they're not using the hover boots at all. Like, we're just looking for, we know where light arrows are. We're looking for magic now and a scale. Steve contains arrows. The light arrows are in the Ruto's letter spot.
That's a way to get those, right?
I thought so, but somebody in chat said that Dotzo said on his stream that he needed them, so apparently he needs the scale. So yeah, I don't think you can do a Navi dive for that, because when you're on your feet, you're not in the diving animation to pick that up, and I think you have to be in the diving animation. Yeah, like Egg said in chat. So you can't. You need the scale. There's 2 of them. We'll find one of them eventually. that is going to arbitrarily extend the length of the seed.
Yeah, for sure. It couldn't have just been on like child fishing or something like that.
Right? Which would have been French vanilla because it's on adult fishing. Oh, hey, there's the scale. There we go. All right.
We are
now
muggle
we just
mode, as you refer to it.
Full muggle mode. There's some milk. Arbitrary seed extension. That's randomizer ace. That's so perfect. Oh man, that's
calling
great.
it ace, you call it ass.
Yeah, it is ass when you're just looking for magic. So I agree. That you can't do it. That you don't. They don't use it. They don't do it anymore in Hundo because they found other things that are faster.
Did you hear about what Ash Chest gives you in the Switch version?
Oh my god. I don't think I... No, I didn't.
It gives you a damn hook shot. Like, what? How does that happen?
I don't know. Dude, the Switch version is just... I was watching ZFG and Danny B both, like, as they were exploring, and I had both of their streams up on both of my monitors. And I'm sitting there, like, just laughing my ass off at this. And it was just, like... It was weird. So, Sage is going to see Darunia, looks like. So, that's that mega side hop, or that mega... You can do a mega flip side hop there. But that is basically very simple. What is he doing? Oh, I think he's getting... Is he clipping? Okay, he's clipping in a Death Mount crater. Alright.
Look at this before. I guess... EMT fairy, I guess?
But, I mean, he could also do Crater Fairy. You can do a series of side hops to get past those boulders.
A series of side hops?
Yeah, you just do them really kind of fast. You just kind of spam side hop and you can get past it. You can use just side hop and you'll just side hop into the load where you don't need to get past the boulders.
Taking the owl.
No, he's not. What? I don't think he meant to talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually I just mash it egg and it eventually works, and if it doesn't, then I reset with the timer, so... But yeah, you can get into that. I don't know if Sage was not thinking of that, or... Hey, it's the Kokiri sword! We super need that. We don't need that, in case anybody's wondering.
Absolutely not.
It's actually better to not have it, because you can't do blank A when you have a Kokiri sword equipped, so... and everything that you can do with a Kokiri sword, you stick. Oh yeah, he's just gonna do that. He's just gonna mega flip in there, which is... Oh no, he's gonna do it. See? There we go. Side hop into the fairy fountain. That is not allowed in standard. You definitely not allowed in standard. If anybody's wondering. We have a gold rupee in the casket. So the well has been cleared out. Dotzo's gonna get his light arrows, and now we're still looking for magic. But we can eliminate these areas from our hunt.
I think Domain was also foolish.
Probably. I mean, it's only 3 checks, so most likely. I wouldn't be surprised if Wasteland and OGC are also foolish, but you know. OGC meaning Outside Ganon's Castle, for anybody who doesn't know the acronym. Although Dotzo does seem to be diving into Domain. Maybe not. Yeah. Oh yeah, Valley should be on there too. Cubs, you're slacking. He's probably mad because I keep talking about Mom.
Sad.
I think that my boyfriend doesn't know what day it is because he asked me if I'm working. Tomorrow's Thursday. Yes.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what are the best areas at this point, because you have, I guess, Spirit Temple might be a good option right now. Spirit Temple is pretty loaded with checks.
Yeah.
Shadow Temple too, but I'm not really sure which one is preferable right now.
That is Yeah, I don't know, honestly. I mean, Spirit does have a lot of checks, but it's also a pain in the ass to get into, and like you're taking a gamble to be able to get keys. Without magic, you can't do the one chest on child side, so that eliminates two of them. Actually, that eliminates one of them. And Dotzo doesn't have ZL, so he also can't do the compass chest. So now he could do Spirit Hover, but fuck that.
And no thank you.
Yeah, exactly. So Sage is just kind of following Dotzo's footsteps. He's going to get that scale, but he's probably going to full clear the well just like anybody else, just like Dotzo did, looking for that magic meter. That is all we need in order to beat the game. Magic being its usual elusive self.
Okay. Not there, not in Tektite Grotto either. Yeah, I think actually, yeah, GTG is probably the best area now. They've done Dotzo's done Ganon's Castle. I think Sage has as well, but
yeah, he did. So the only thing inside Ganon's Castle they weren't to get that final chest in Light Trial because of no ZL. But I don't think you're not going to go back there for one track. Oh my god, Burning Cack, that's hilarious. We got Burning Cack and a no logic seed. That's kind of amazing. Yeah, second shadow chest is hinted foolish. So Dotzo's gonna do a really simple clip here: side hop into the wall, side roll, 2 stabs, and you jump slash. Very, very easy. You don't have to wait for daytime to get into the shooting gallery. That clip is very useful in many other places as well. Getting past the hammer blocks in Fire Temple, you can use it in Forest Temple past the strength blocks. There's just multiple ways of using these things. And that's $50. Yeah, well, unfortunately, Archery Guy is a slave to capitalism like the rest of us, and he doesn't get any time off.
I hate to see it.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing Dotzo's going straight for Shadow here.
Yeah, it looks...
viable option.
Yeah, there's a lot of checks there, and magic and shadow, that thing. So, plus, like, with hovers, like, it's actually kind of not, like, terrible.
Yeah, you just have to hope that the keys work out.
Yeah, and they have one, because they got one in the map chest, so we can at least go a little bit. What I'm expecting is going to happen is that he's going to go in, he's going to check, the compass chest and the other chest in the silver rupee room with the invisible blades. Then he's probably going to do the cage clip and check the back 3 chests.
Yeah.
And then he will reset depending on what he gets. So that is generally the approved route, because you're trying to maximize your keys and minimize the chance of getting locked out of Shadow Temple. And by cage clip, I mean that we're going to clip past the cage near the boat. It's a very easy clip.
We'll see it in just a second here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Magic.
It took me like 45 minutes to learn how to do hookshot jump, and Dotzo does it with such ease. I hope to one day be at that level.
Yeah, it definitely takes a lot of work to get consistent at it.
Yeah, a shout out to Shiro for teaching me, because she has been wanting to teach me for a long time, and also Maple Star for the assist. I had a lot of help, and they're very, very, very good people, all good friends. Everybody, again, is so helpful and wholesome in this community. It's really, really great to see it. Keep loopy, yay! Not what you want to see. Oh, this is not the Invisible Blades room. I confused momentarily. It happens. I definitely agree with that, Mighty. We are a really, really good community here. There are some really, really good people in this community. Very little toxicity. I mean, there is some, of course. Any community does have it. But there is... Oh, Sage, that sucks. You hate to see it. Alright, so you're going to side hop. You're going to do this, and you're going to jump slash and miss. There we go. What the Oh, he's going to do the ground jump up here. This is just something that's absolutely insane. Because what he's going to do is he's going to get a ground jump and then he's grab the top here so he could get that Skulltula if he wants to.
There you go. Wow.
Yep. That is some fucking shit right there when you see stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
If it's on Skulltulas, I think that Sage definitely has the advantage. She's been collecting more of them. So Dotzo opened this door. This is a locked door, but he's going to check all of these checks, and what he's probably going to do if there's nothing here, he's going to reset.
He doesn't have ZL, so he's not able to ride the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I forgot he didn't actually get ZL. All right, so now we're seeing Sage and Spirit, which that could be interesting. There's a useless Zora Tunic. Do you mean really dumb by dumb, or like this is so dumb like a caveman could do it type of dumb? My apologies to the cavemen in chat. Yeah, resetting. Fuck that. We don't need it. None of that was useful.
Twisted jump. Oh boy.
I mean, this is nothing DK compared to like the times I've insulted Cubs and his mom.
I mean, have you seen what I look like? I can pass for a caveman pretty easily.
That's fair. Yeah, I'm assuming it's like one of those kind of glitchless jumps where you kind of curve your jump midair. I'm assuming that seems like what it's probably. All right. And now Dotzo is going to use his key here. There are several checks back this way. There's 2 in the Invisible Blade room, and 3 in the Crusher room. Hopefully, at least a couple of those are keys. We know that there's a bomb bag in the pot room, too. We got a hint for that.
Mm-hmm. Well, we need to do that one. There was a key on Childside Spirit, by the way, so I think Sage is going to be fine for progressing into the rest of Spirit if he wants to.
Yeah. And also, he can scum it if he finds nothing. Like, that boss key is not useful. Like, we don't need that. Like, thanks, but I'm good.
No thanks.
So the boss key skip for Spirit Temple is the exact same setup as the boss key skip for Water Temple. You do the exact same thing. So there is a hookshot clip here that you can just use with the like. I don't know if Dotzo's doing that. Yep.
You stay right as he does it.
Yeah.
Slingshot.
That's okay. I mean, you can get Furor's win by doing, but I don't think we really care about that at this point.
Probably not.
Yeah, I need to learn that actually. It doesn't look too difficult. And like, yeah, OT basically, like, if it exists, there's a setup for it. Now, don't get me wrong, I am very much prone to YOLOing like a lot of shit. Also because I play on emulator and pause buffering is terrible, so I either learn things unbuffered or just YOLO them. So, there's the gold scale. No, nice, I guess. Greg! We have Greg.
So sorry, I have to run again for just a second. I'll try to make it back before the end of this.
No worries, no worries. So, Sage is... Honestly, doing Spirit Temple when you don't have magic, doing Child is probably the best way to go. Because you can't do... I mean, you can do these checks as adult. You can do the glitch value with your sword. This is probably a little easier, of course. So another key for Dotzo, and just some arrows in that map chest for Sage. A stick, yay! Oh God, sorry, it's gross. Diarrhea, cha cha cha. I am definitely a kid who was alive and a teenager during the Beavis and Butthead era. So yes, that is how I do things. Lactose intolerance, fun. So Dotzo's going to kill these Redeads, and then he's going to reset again if he finds nothing. Then the only thing he really has left are the 3 back chests. So nothing here. Actually, I don't think he has to reset. He has enough keys to keep going. So it literally doesn't matter. You only need 4 keys for Shadow Temple. 3 if you do the boss key skip, which he did. So now Dotzo is going to Spirit Temple. And he is... I mean, like, seriously, I thought for sure we were going to find magic and shadow. That's like where it's always at. And yeah, definitely follow these runners. They are both incredibly skilled at this game. So Dotzo is doing, you do a super slide with hovers, you do some quick shield movements, and you clip into Child Spirit. It's actually not particularly difficult. That was another thing. That was something that I learned on my first... It was a sub goal that my chat paid for, and I thought it was going to suffer. And it was actually kind of fun learning how to do that. So Dotzo's going to do this swordless jump slash again. He's using the hover boost because it's a little bit easier to time, but not necessarily. And he is going to be getting... he is going to be doing this so that he can light up the chest in the second in the second Spirit Temple child chest, because he doesn't have magic, so he can't use those fire arrows or dins. Normally, when you come into Child Spirit as adult, you want to have a fire source, but this new trick being discovered negated that for people who are able to do it. Of course, it is very precise. Dotzo just got it, so that is good because he can just do this. And now he will spawn that chest with no problems. Meanwhile, Sage, it looks like, is going towards Kakariko. He's been to the well, though, so I don't know what he is attempting to do. And Dotzo, I don't know that clip, but it looks pretty cool. I do not know what it's called, but he definitely, a lot of these things that look like walls don't actually function as walls. Yeah, there's a collision in this game is merely a suggestion. So, honestly, and he's going to open this up and he will find a key. Now the thing Dotzo's going to have to do is he can't just go through the crawl space going into the second part of Spirit Temple as child, so he will be going through adult, but there are ways past the silver block without using you don't need silver gauntlets for that. There's a bomb push method, there's also a super slide method, there are probably other methods. There's one where you hover from like the top of the statue thingy and you can grab the ledge, but Dotzo's going to do the super slide method. This clip is annoying. I am so mad at how easy he makes that look, because it's not. I must have spent like so many hours on that and couldn't get the final part of it. The final part is really fast. You have to do like a jump slash or a backflip or something so that you don't clip back out. Which you saw Dotzo doing very, very quickly and very easily. He's going to check over here and see what we get. So he cannot do the compass chest. So if there's magic in the compass chest, he's kind of screwed. There's also a few other ZL lock checks that he won't be able to do. We're hoping to find magic before that. It's a good thing that he went to child side first, because then he doesn't have to do that clip twice. If he had gone to adult side and not gotten a key, then he would have had to child clip and get the key from child side, and then he'd have to clip into adult side again. So this makes more sense in terms of just routing and efficiency. Sage is doing time of day. It looks like he's doing Dampe, and this could be like, this is Dotzo's kryptonite. He does not check child Dampe. So if it's child Dampe, Dotzo is well and truly screwed. Because it is just not something that he regularly goes to check. I think it would be amazing if there's a magic on Dampe, but there's also a magic meter here in Spirit Temple, so it's really literally just a race to see who can get up to Dwarf and kill him fastest. That would be amazing! I doubt that will happen. We are not that lucky. Yeah. You always kind of imagine that your opponent has done, like, you metagame. Like, that's just a thing. Yeah, Dampe digging is just, it's so stupid, especially if you don't have Nocturne. It's so dumb to route. Right, there's a bundle of arrows that is completely not necessary. And there's a key, which is actually kind of nice to have. Dampe is going to give us $50. So Dotzo's doing the swordless jump slash again so that he can get the map chest. He's not going to be rewarded. We already... Honestly, bottom of the well is like, in these seeds has really like been loaded. And today it wasn't. But I've had some bottom of the wells that had like 6 items. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? It's insane. It's actually insane.
Hello again.
Hello.
I was watching on my phone. I see most of this.
Good stuff. So we are looking still for the magic meter for anybody just joining us. Dotzo's going to get his gold scale here in a second, and I don't know where Sage is going.
We'll have to see.
So the advantage that Sage has in Spirit Temple is that he has ZL. The advantage that Dotzo has in Spirit Temple is that he has the mirror shield. So
they both have mirror. Sage hasn't equipped it.
Oh, okay. I did not see him pick that up. Yeah. Sage is going to do OGC Fairy.
Yes, we'll have to see. At this point, ZL is his advantage. So it's good that he's doing these checks, but...
Yeah.
And to see. It's a very simple clip here. You do you turn to the right, you do 1 ESS turn if you use a bomb, 2 ESS turns if you use a chew. And you just jump right in.
Yep, you do the ESS turn, you hold the bomb, and you do... And you don't have to hold anything.
Yep.
When you're doing like the fire temple skip, you do have to like hold a certain direction. There's another slingshot. Super useful, of course. Looks like Dotzo lost that glitch damage value, which kind of sucks, so he's gonna have to do this again. But he seems to be pretty good at it, so that's something. This is another thing that looks actually really, really easy, but it's not. That glitch damage value is really, 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 really frame perfect, like very difficult. We know that Target in the Woods is Feror's win, so we're not doing that. They don't need it at this point. I don't know either, honestly. Yeah, so the slingshot is entirely pointless. I love the windmill music in Trials. It's fantastic. Or it's not windmill music, it's the shooting gallery music.
I just very, very angrily refer to this as clown music. There's nothing worse than shuffling music and having to listen to this in Forest Temple for 15 minutes or whatever.
Oh my god. Well, you know.
Painful.
Yes. Like, I have to be in a very specific mood to shuffle music. I'm surprised Dotzo didn't check the... Oh, he got a hint for that. I was going to say the Silver Gauntlets chest, but that was hinted.
Yep.
I forgot until, like, just a second ago.
Yep, just more choose. All right.
Well, that's dotzo so far is not being punished at all for not having ZL, which is really quite good on his part. So if magic is in Spirit Temple, dotzo is, unless it's on a ZL check, then dotzo is going to definitely win this. If it is ZL locked, then dotzo is not. It's not in Water Temple. Water's foolish. So we know it's not in water, it's not in fire, it's not in forest. Those are all foolish locations, which is really awesome. Looks like Sage is going to GTG, actually. Or doing the Colossus Fairy. There's the long shot, quoi? Which I always say ever since Marco said that on a restream once. We turned on his audio, and he said that, and it was hilarious, because long shot was on chickens in that seed. Long shot is not needed at any point in time in No Logic.
There's another wallet.
Yeah, not needed.
Iron Knuckle skip there as well?
Yep. You thought you had to beat the Iron Knuckle? You would be wrong.
No, you don't.
Alright. I guess so. Oh, okay. Well, dotzo was probably just going to do the seam walk to get across here. And then he's like, oh, okay, cool. Long shot. So he doesn't have to do that. Alright. I think that dotzo is probably going to go do Wasteland Chest and then go to GTG.
Yeah,
That seems like, yeah, that's got to be the best play for him. So you see Sage here. He's doing the bomb push method to get into Adult Spirit. He did not get it this time, but that is a different method than what we saw dotzo doing. So as you can see, there's like multiple different ways to do things. It's really cool to just see like the different ways that people choose to do things.
Nails it the second time.
Yep. So dotzo's going to most likely do the Wasteland chest, which again, he's going to use that glitch sword damage value. We're going to see the compass chest here, which dotzo couldn't do. So again, if this is magic, or if any of the Z checks in Spirit have magic, then this is Sage's race.
Kind of just the difference right now, because obviously dotzo is just a little bit ahead in terms of checks done, but
yeah,
Sage is going to be able to do a little bit more in terms of full clears.
Yep. Oh, it's an ice trap.
I was so ready to see magic right there.
I know. That would hurt like a lot though. If that's how dotzo loses, it checks from an area that he cleared otherwise. That would hurt. That would be a painful loss, I would assume. Ice traps are always magical. I don't know that I would agree with you. I guess it's sure. Magic who? We don't know her. We just got a nut in the Wasteland chest, so that is absolutely and fully and completely necessary. 100%.
Indeed.
And I wonder if dotzo's going to do Wasteland Hess.
We'll see.
Doesn't look like it.
Nope.
So what he did there was dropping down and coming back quickly like that. It lit up all of the flags, so that you can see them very easily, even at nighttime.
Yeah,
just a nice little visual glitch. Yeah, the draw distance is definitely not quite as good on VC. But there is a Wasteland Hess. I've seen dotzo do it, but he probably figured it's not really worth it. In a race, like losing the time to voiding out is not something that he wants to do right now. I would assume that at this point he probably feels like he's behind, and I would imagine Sage probably feels the same way, because it's just at this point it's almost 2 hours in. You're like, they gotta be finishing. Like that's just how you feel. In one of these seeds, I've seen these almost sub 1 hour, so
yeah,
like. You're waiting, you're expecting it. So dotzo is going to do the ledge clip into GTG. He is not going to free the Carpenter.
Boo.
He is just ledge clipping and going free. He stole from those nice ladies that wanted to abduct him. Which means also that he's not going to do horseback archery. Horseback archery, though, is only 2 checks, so this is actually a smarter play. He can get a lot more checks here. No, we need magic. That is the only thing we need. Yeah, he does. Didn't they get opponents from the ZL? Oh, he didn't do the ZL. Fuck,
nope,
never mind.
So again, it's just a matter of Sage is able to full clear out stuff. So if he goes to GTG, if there's nothing here, then he's going to be able to check everything. The ZL checks for nothing so far. There's one more ZL check.
Yeah.
Speed, but...
And I wonder if Sage is actually going to fight Twin Rover, or if he's going to lead the way Dotzo did. Twin Rover is such a shitty boss to do if you're trying to go fast. So we know that Toilet is a key. I don't know why Dotzo did that. I don't think he meant to. There we go. Yeah. So again, this is no logic, so there is no rhyme or reason to how items are placed. Magic can absolutely be magic locked. We've seen it happen before. Hasn't been magic locked in Shadow yet, though, today. But it could be literally anywhere. There's absolutely nothing preventing it from being in an absolute trash location. Except for a foolish location. Can't be there.
A lot of spots that are specifically magic locked, so
yeah.
I don't know if there's any, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, magic locked in the sense of if you're not doing glitches. If you're doing glitches, then yeah, nothing is magic locked. Dotso's going to do a weird shot. So what you do is you pull out your hook shot on a certain frame after you do this like rolling setup, and you're able to kind of not really clip under the ground, but it changes your camera angle so that you seem to be looking as though you're under the ground, and you can hook shot things from a different angle. He seems to be struggling with it though. No, we have not full cleared Shadow. Dotzo came the closest, and there, Dotzo gets it. Dotzo came the closest, but he doesn't have ZL, so he couldn't write. There's another key for GTG. Now Sage has the long shot. All the keys are in the maze. This is really unusual. Like, GTG's being really nice with keys. Like, really nice with keys. Not so nice with items. Thanks, Shiro. We thank Shiro for those. We don't thank Satan, we thank Shiro.
Here, nothing.
Brick through heart. And I think Dotso's just gonna weird shot to the middle chest. Or not. He's probably just gonna go around and do everything else then.
There's a good chance that magic is just here, and GTG at this point is by far the most check dense area that hasn't been looked at yet. So
yep. Then your options aside from that are like Jabu, which without the boomerang sucks ass, or like Ice Cavern, which again sucks because there's only 3 checks left because we know what's on the song and we know what's on the Iron Boost chest. So Ice is not a fantastic place to go.
Yeah, you still get a couple of checks through the fountain checks, but
yeah.
Other than that, I think Ice might be the next best option after this.
Yeah.
That or like maybe Fire if you can progress through it,
but Fire's foolish.
Well, Fire's foolish, yeah.
Yeah, so I wouldn't go anywhere near it. Fire is like my least favorite dungeon, so yeah, that's a key. And in a logic seed, that key could not be there because it is locked behind all the keys. So that is another fun note. Finding keys where you didn't know logic. I don't think the final chest for GTG was hinted. I know Toilet was.
Yeah, that's the only one I saw.
So, nothing. It looks like Sage is like, nah, fuck Twin Rova, and I don't blame him. Like honestly, if Magic's
funny.
on Twin Rova, they're gonna last location that 100%.
That'd be so funny if Magic was on Twin
I
Rova.
know. And both of them just were like, fuck this shit, I'm out. Another key. I believe there's another type of there's a way to get past the Silver Gauntlets block here, but I don't know if doesn't look like Dotzo's doing it. It may be just really stupid. I have no idea.
Extremely stupid. It's like a mega flip hover slide, and you have to turn a specific frame. It's not fun at all. It's easy.
Eggs over there like easy. Of course. A bloopy. Yes, that's useful. We need all the bloopies. Alright, we are checking this chest here. And now Sage is following Dotzo again. So now Dotzo has the advantage once again.
Let's see Dotzo doing this.
Yeah. Oh, okay, so you do it from up here. That explains why. Now I get it. I guess I thought it was going to be like a super slide, like the one you do in Spirit, but no. It's one of these where you kind of go past the wall. I got you.
One more frame. There you go. 2 more frames. There you go. Might have been 1 frame.
Yeah.
Equip hovers here.
I'm jealous of like actual good pause buffering. And there it is.
I have no idea what the visual cue is supposed to be for the left input, but I'm sure it's obvious once.
It may even be like an audio cue. I don't know. There's the other wallet. Useless. That's vanilla. That ice trap right there. That is an ice trap in the vanilla game. Yeah, exactly, Lone Wolf. How's it going? I realized, and I forgot to ping my Discord, that I was on commentary today. Yeah, whoopsies.
Magic there.
No magic. This is getting stupid. There's a little bit more in GTG in the room with the torch slugs, and then the ice arrows chest.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay, good for you, Cubs. You want a cookie? Well, go ask your mom. Oh wait, never mind. My kitchen. Oh, got him. I'm the worst. All right. Looks like Sage is. He got caught again. I don't know why. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
So he is gonna free the carpenter.
Well, this is because he can do horseback archery.
Yeah. Yep. Yet another place where Dotzo does not have the required items to get the thing.
Yeah, and the more he checks chests here in GTG and doesn't find magic, the scarier it gets, you know? It's like,
Yep.
What if it is on one of those song lock checks that Dotzo's not able to do?
Yep. I haven't been counting KG, but I believe that might be all 9 of them because he went backwards through the maze. He has to open one more to get the ice arrows chest, and there's one in toilet. So that is all the keys. There's an item in the ice arrows chest, but okay, he's gonna weird shot to it. Okay. I don't think he meant to pick that up, but oh well.
He has a lot of hearts.
Yeah, no need. Either that or he needed to be in the center for a setup. I don't know if that's true. I'm assuming not, though.
Here is the moment of truth.
Yep.
Nope, it's not GTG.
Alright, where the hell is it, dude? This is some shit. What if it's on, like, Skull Mask or something?
Bruh.
Right? That would be ass as fuck. All right, well, we're about to find out. So everybody keep an eye on Sage's screen for a minute while Dotzo determines where he's going to go. We did do chickens. It was recovery heart or something. I don't know. And Dotzo's doing Valley because, again, I think he doesn't realize that. There's the boomerang. Okay. And a strength.
What the heck?
Horseback archery loaded, just not with what we want.
Yeah.
So Dotzo's doing this thing. If you stand far enough away from these boulders, you can eliminate the hitbox essentially for them, and you can just long shot through them. So yeah, Sage could go to Jabu now. We haven't done the top of the lab, so Dotzo might be thinking about that. We haven't seen it from either of the runners because neither of them had Scarecrow as adult when they were in Lake. Right. Sage being in GTG buys Dotzo some time, so yeah, Link should be dead from that dive, honestly.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is just Dotzo going to Ice Cavern at this point.
No, that hammer rock, that chest glitch is not allowed in standard. What is Dotzo doing? Yeah, that is not allowed in the standard rule set. Yeah, this you're gonna see a lot of stuff that you don't.
So if Sage does offer Shadow, it's another region where there's checks that he's able to do that Dotzo isn't. That Dotzo's already done. So we'll have to see.
Yeah. I guess Dotzo needed to go to the bathroom or something, so we can put some Zia Blitz. Oh, he's looking something up. That actually makes sense.
Looking the clip to get into domain from here?
No, he knows how to do that. I'm confused as to why he's not doing the top lab though. Like, done it, so like, do that. That might be it. You know, I don't know. I mean, what else is there after that? Like ice, I guess. But yeah, he knows this ground clip. I'm 90% sure he knows how to do it. But I don't think... If he is trying to go to domain, then... Oh, he did get his Scarecrow song. No, he's not... He doesn't need to. Scarecrow song. What the fuck is he doing? Oh, okay, he didn't actually have it. Okay, I was confused. I was like, what the fuck? I thought, like, it played for him. That's why.
Yeah. Very weird.
Yeah, that was... I was like, this is some really weird setup that I've definitely... Okay, alright, yeah. That's what it is. I didn't think he had gotten it, but then when he played it, I was like, maybe he did, actually.
Curious to see what Sage's next move is going to be after this, because after this, there's a whole list of things he could do.
He's got all of Shadow left, so he could do that. And there's a couple checks back there in Shadow that he hasn't done yet. That is a bottle. That is not what we want. I think Dotzo probably goes to Ice, which is not a great... It's not great, but I think that's probably where he goes. And I'm yep.
Regions at this point, I'd say.
So he's going to do a mega flip here, flipping through to actually get to domain. That frozen little blocky thing means absolutely nothing to us in No Logic, or in a rule set that allows you to do glitches.
Yeah, he's got the mega flip frame, and he's in.
Yep. And we have hit the 2-hour mark, which is great, I guess. I didn't see domain foolish hint if it was or if it wasn't. I think Dotzo's just gonna do the unfreeze King Zora strat anyway, which is... Oh, no, I guess there was. He's checking the hint. ZL can be found at Lon Lon, which we know. He doesn't know that, though. And clipping past King Zora, very, very...
Much easier than the glitchless variant.
Yes, and much easier than the child one, too. So... Now, maybe magic is in Fountain. Oh, do have this check on the iceberg. Not that one. And the bottom, under the water. That looks like a heart piece. Oh, is it? Oh, yeah. Okay. Don't really need that, though. Like, we don't need to go to fire. You can get into every hammerlock check without it.
Yeah. We'll see. It might end up being useful.
Maybe. I mean, we don't need Volvagia. Why would we both? I mean, I guess for Lax, maybe? If magic is on Lax, that would be some bullshit, dude. If magic's on Lax... for those who don't know, Lax is the light arrow cutscene, and it triggers when you have the Shadow and Spirit Medallion. So Fire Temple is our Shadow Medallion, and Jabu is Spirit Medallion. If it's that, then that is absolutely terrible. That's garbage, trash, and disgusting. So Dotzo's gonna do reverse ice, it looks like. And you can actually do this by... there's a couple setups for it, I think. Getting frozen is not a part of it, I don't think. So you just backflip here, you kind of jump slash and don't clip back in.
I think
yeah,
it was pretty clear, but there you go, bud.
Yeah. All right, and we go up here. That is a one-way clip. Thank goodness. And now we know that this is nothing. Going backwards cavern means that you don't need to go through the trouble of getting blue fire, right. Which I mean you don't anyway, because there are ways past the red ice, but this is a little bit faster. Saria Song only possibly useful for Skull Kid. We know Darunia's Joy has nothing. Did we see we saw Ocarina Memory Game, right?
Yes, we did.
Okay. So the only things in Lost Woods we wouldn't have seen would have been Skull Mask and Skull Kid. Skull Mask is absolute garbage, if that's what it is.
Yep. Yes, it is.
Also, not having to collect these silver rupees is pretty nice. Fucking Ice Keys, man. Are there any Axel Larson subs in chat where they can put the Axel worst enemy in the game emote? Because that is the truth.
Indeed. We'll see.
Thanks, Saria's object. Appreciate it. And too casual as well. Yeah, I only get that when I am unfortunately a broke bitch, mostly known as a teacher. So yeah, Dotzo's doing a ledge clip here. This will allow him to get past the red ice, leading into the room with the compass and the
wow.
And the freestanding. Yeah, it looked like he clipped out, but that's a bloopy. And he's going to do a damage boost to get past this. So you just put a bomb behind you, you spam A, and you open the chest. Very, very easy. And you don't get anything worth anything. Yeah, you pretty much can.
Yep.
Yeah, the ledge clip is the hard part, but once you get the timing for it, it's actually not bad. Oh, he's gonna get blue fire so he can do map chests. Oh no, never mind. He's going. I'm dumb. I was thinking the wrong thing. Like that he went the wrong way. This is a whole new way to rush ice. Welcome to welcome to glitching. It's fun. We also haven't checked big pose yet, which is possible. Now we're getting to these one-off checks, which are really annoying.
And it looks like Sage is heading straight for Shadow Temple now. So
yeah,
with Dotzo presumably heading Child to get ZL, that might swing things a little bit in favor of Sage at this point. Because Dotzo's got some catching up to do.
Yep. Oh yeah, Market is foolish, so big pose wouldn't be in. I mean, Dotzo wouldn't do Adult Jabu, so there's literally no point. You can't do shit in there. The only thing you can do is the boomerang chest, which is already hinted to have nothing. So Dotzo's going back Child. Now he's going to be probably some song checks, which is absolutely going to cost him some time. But Sage is also still... So they're basically backtracking each other, which is, you know... It's going to be, again, just one of those things where we're just kind of watching as they take turns doing checks that the other's already done.
Yeah.
Now, Dotzo did get the egg earlier, so he's had the chicken for quite a while.
Is Sage going somewhere else? Okay, interesting.
I don't know where he would be going right now. Did he get the hint about water being foolish? Okay, he's not going to water. I think he's going to ice. I think he's going... But you need to have the water level lowered for that clip. And he doesn't. Okay, she's checking the top of the lab. Dotzo is doing a seam walk. You can get past the guards very easily this way. Also kind of showing off a bit. I mean, it is a little bit faster, but it's also kind of showing... And it's also showing off just a little bit. I don't really blame him. This is, to me, at least, I think, entertaining. Because, like, there's so many different ways to break this game. It's just so much damn fun to just watch the different ways in which they accomplish that. And there are so many, you know, there are so many options, too. Oh, true. You can lab clip. I forgot about that. Now, Dotzo's not going to push this block. He's going to do a damage boost with the Bomb Chew. And that's going to land him on this little ledge here, and you can just kind of walk on that ledge to the crawl space. This is something that I've seen that they do in Hundo. Oh no, he actually did a mega flip instead of the damage boost.
Yep. Not bad.
Yeah, not at all. So now Dotzo's going to get Epona's song, which is going to make him have to backtrack if he wants to do those checks. Yeah, and that could be a problem for him, especially if that boomerang is needed. The strength upgrade, not necessary whatsoever, but the boomerang very much could be. We're seeing him rushing his... She's gonna get ZL. Like, getting ZL late in a seed always feels really bad, because ZL checks are spread out so many different places, and it's so hard to it's so hard to like try to figure out and prioritize which one you should go first. Push pull speed is faster in Rando, yes, except for Armo statues. Everything else is faster.
There is one thing that Sage once again is going to be able to check here. He's going to be able to check the fairy fountain.
Yep.
In ZF.
Yep.
But other than that, he's just going to be catching up to an ice cavern.
This is incredibly stressful, I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, this is really what I hoped for the grand.
I mean, yeah, it is a really close race, and I like that it's literally not decided at all. Like I hate that it's like a gamble because, you know, but at the same time, it's really interesting to see the different ways that they route, and we get to see a lot more glitch play, so that's true too. The rule set is no iron wrong warp, so you cannot do any type of item manipulation to include ACE and SRM. That also includes RBA. And you cannot wrong warp, which if you're familiar with like Hundo and other rules or other categories, then you've seen wrong warping before. Other than that, everything's definitely fair game, and It's been really fun. Yeah, Sage is like, I don't need the hammer. Their Sun Song, kind of useless. Although Dotzo could check the grave and graveyard. Nobody's done that yet.
Let's see what this fairy fountain's got for
Was it? Man, you guys are seeing all the hints. I can't see any of that shit. I'm missing everything. Yeah, ZL is... So ZL could either be really good for slowing him down. There's also Din's Fairy, which is a stupid... There it is! GG.
Locked indeed.
There it is.
Sage is probably shaking in his boots right now. Like,
I know.
How is he not finished?
Okay, now this check, though, if this chest that Dotzo opens is magic, then we've got a race. Nope, it's strength. All right, that is going to be Sage's game. Rip Adult Jabu. Adult Jabu is kind of Monka-esque. Like you're picking up a little girl as an adult. It's kind of creepy. Yeah, I know. What a shock that Haunted Wasteland is foolish. Nobody could have predicted that. Oh my god! Oh my god! Holy fuck! Oh my god! We couldn't have asked for a better fucking... Oh my god. Wow.
Alright, well, it's up to Sage to not mess up Ganondorf now.
Oh my god, dude. This is just something else.
Mm-hmm. So they both climbed to get the hint, so they won't have to deal with the enemies, but...
Yeah.
This is looking like maybe the minute and a half, 2-minute advantage for Sage.
Yeah, he
Not
has
even.
to, like, royally fuck up on Ganondorf, and I don't think that's gonna happen.
Especially not with Bigron sword in his arsenal.
Yeah.
It does not have hammer, though, notably.
Yeah.
It have hammer. So
Yeah.
do an extra equip, but... Wait, do they have Bigron sword? I'm not sure. Ooh, that could actually even things up quite a bit.
They do have Bigoron sword. Both of them got it. I don't know if they've equipped it. You don't really need to do the extra equip though for Ganon. You can just super slide into the fight and get the Heat Master Sword.
I forgot. This is no logic.
Yeah. Oh my god, this is insane. This is just absolutely insane. Yeah, this is absolutely stupid. They were both behind and getting into Zora's fountain in some way.
Mm-hmm.
There's Ganondorf. Yeah, Dotzo's definitely behind by like a minute. I can't believe, like, I called that. I said that was going to happen, and then it did. Like, we didn't have much left, though, honestly. Like,
yeah, for sure.
We were going to find them both eventually, you know? Like,
and in the end, I think the small difference maker, but I think what did end up working in Sage's favor was just his ability to be more thorough here. Definitely really.
Yeah.
In other seeds, Dotzo had such a huge lead in terms of progression.
Yep.
Raw amount of stuff done, but with Sage being a little bit more thorough with the song checks, he was able to just be able to clear up more. And had Dotzo had the ZL when he was in Fountain, he would have found magic much earlier, so...
Yep. Yeah, I mean, Dotzo really had the advantage for a lot of the seed, and that's because Sage took the time to do those song checks. Sage normally probably, like... That's a choice, you know, and sometimes those song checks are completely useless, so I don't blame Dotzo for skipping them at all. What did Egg say? I missed it. I missed all the good shit.
Right, So to explain here, if anybody's never seen glitched race before, if you super slide into the cutscene and keep holding shield, you won't actually lose Master Sword for the first half of this fight. So you can just go ahead and use it anyway, which is really, really nice.
Oh man, Dotzo has to drink his milk. Drink your milk. Be strong. So there was a magic on Skull Kid, and there was another one on Fountain Fairies, and they both got it with like in a minute, within like a minute of each other. It's actually insane. Dotso's probably shitting himself like, okay, Sage hasn't finished it. Sage hasn't finished yet. I can almost hear him being like, God damn it! Like when he sees Sage hit the dot done. I can almost hear that. And I hope he does actually. I mean, I can't imagine that he wouldn't finish it, but I really hope he does finish it out. Also opting not to do the super slide.
That was the same story with my race in Dotzo. I finishing while I was just starting the Ganon fight.
Yeah.
I know how that feels, bro.
Yeah, like I was...
You did it to me, bitch.
Yeah. Sometimes it really does kind of suck though. Like getting sniped just feels so bad. But like at the same time, like I'm really was as close as it was. It would have been really boring if it was snooze fest and one of them just like beast moded like everything. And that's not done. That's GG's.
Jeez.
Sage is your first ever no logic race, no logic tournament winner. That is some good shit right there. Dotzo starting the second phase of the Ganon fight, literally like a minute behind. Oh!
Can you imagine if Sage had opted to grab the hammer in Fountain, how much closer this would have been?
Right? Like seriously, this would have been absolutely insane. Like it really just came down to like small things, really. Ganon not playing nice with Dotzo, and I'm sure we'll probably get them in here for an interview. So, I mean, objectively, it's bad to go child. Like, you'd want to go adult. You'd want to stay adult first, I think. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I guess, whatever. And Sage actually did just cut stream. Not a big deal, because Dotzo's about to finish anyway. And we are going to see, so Sage finished at 2:18.06, and Dotzo's finish time is a 2:19, where is it? 28. So he was a minute 22 behind. That was our race. That was where we were at. A minute 22.
Good afternoon, evening.
Hello.
GG. This was fun to watch. So, you both found magic within like a minute and a half of each other. I guess we could wait for Sage to pop in. But you found it in different places.
Great.
Like, yeah, it was actually insane. So he found the magic meter on. He had done. He did all the checks that you couldn't do with ZL before you got ZL. So basically,
Where was
Hello.
it? You cut
GG's.
GG Sage, well done.
Both of you know where one of the magics is, but not the other. Dotzo found one magic on Skull Kid, and Sage found his on Zora Fountain Fairy.
Nice.
So, and
Within like a minute of each other too. We were like, oh, that's GG when Sage got it, and then Dotzo got it. And we're like, oh my god, we have.
The big difference maker was Sage was just a little bit more thorough in terms of getting songs. So while he was pretty much behind the whole time in terms of stuff you're doing, but he was able to check basically everything, like full clear spirit. You're able to do horseback archery and stuff like that, stuff that Dotzo was skipping, which really it could have played the exact opposite story. It could have been, magic was just on the way and Dotzo would have had a clear advantage, but as it turns out, both of those magics were just in terrible, terrible locations.
Why are these seeds always fucking Muggle mode?
I lost by weird shots in GTG and forgetting that the Ice Arrows chest wasn't hinted. That's literally the difference between the two of us.
Oh. Yeah, you also either missed the Valley Foolish hint or just forgot about it because you did Valley checks too.
I never saw one.
Yeah.
Sage, I was wondering how much closer this would have been had you opted to grab Hammer in Fountain. That would have made it so much tighter too.
I don't know. I skipped it because like I don't need it. I don't need it for anything. Like I have bombs for Ganon. It didn't do anything for me. The time it takes to sink down there was not worth getting it.
I literally picked it up and I went, I don't know why I just picked that up.
Yeah, it's like literally everything that's hammerlocked is either foolish or you can do without hammer. Like getting into Fountain Fairy, or Fountain Crater Fairy, you don't need hammer for that. You don't need hammer for anything except for Velagia, so. Which
was foolish.
So, yeah.
Like I was actually starting to wonder if it was on Lux and if you were going to have to do Fire and Jabu. By the way, Dotzo, Horseback Archery had a strength upgrade and also the boomerang. So Egg wanted to see you do Adult Jabu, but I was like, there's no point. He doesn't have the boomerang, so.
I would have if I got it. That was part of. I did think about it of instead of doing Reverse Wasteland, stealing Epona and going that way. But then I would have just lost by more because I would have done Adult Jabu.
Yeah, true. But yeah, it was a really good race. There was a lot of fun. This game has a couple glitches. Like there's a few crazy there's a couple glitches in this game, and we had a lot of fun like explaining those and just kind of sharing with the chat and sharing with the viewers like all the things that you can do in this game and the way in which it just opens things up, and you kind of like the lack of necessary items. Like when we got the okay, the game now, because it's pretty much you have a bomb bag and a hook shot, you can do just about everything. So. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like with these settings, I mean, you don't even see the tip of the iceberg. Like you see some cool stuff, but like Spirit Hover is not really relevant. Like there's so many things that you could do that you wouldn't do in these settings because there's like 5 dungeons that you always do, and then the other ones you sometimes go into, and any glitches in there you're very rarely going to see with settings like these.
Was there a key in the Spirit Compass chest?
There was a key on child side.
There was not, I don't think. None of the ZL lock checks in Spirit had anything important, which we were definitely looking. Saw that you did Spirit before Sage, but you didn't clear those. And then he came in with ZL and we're like, is this where magic's going to be? Is this going to fuck Dotzo over? But it wasn't that. Oh yeah, it was an ice trap. That's right, Egg. Thank you.
So, fun story. Me and Shiro did a friendly race yesterday, and we were looking for bows, and there was one hinted in the fountain, and it ended up being on the ferry, which you had to go to Saria's Song to get. On the way to Saria's Song for ZL, you could have gotten the Skull Kid, which also had a bow. So the bow mode, go mode for yesterday were on the same 2 checks as the Muggle mode magic for today.
That's fantastic. We were also, I forgot what I was going to say. Damn it. Shit. I'll think of it at some point, I'm sure.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. There's a lot more interest in no logic than I thought there would be, and a lot of interest from people that I don't usually see in rando situations. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I am so grateful for how many people signed up for this tournament. We had 14 participants, which is twice as many as I expected. And it was, I am just so glad. I know that, the settings were kind of basic settings, more like next time around. I also kind of wanted it to be beginner friendly because I'm kind of still a noob, But I am just so happy that like I put on a tournament. Like it's one of those things. Like, what if I throw a tournament and nobody comes? Even though I knew Dotzo would sign up and I knew Shiro would sign up, so I knew there would at least be the three of us. And I knew Sage. I knew that you would sign up. So I was like, I knew that I had like a core to do it. But still, it's like, what if nobody joins my tournament? And then like so many people did, and it's really awesome. So I'm really happy, and I hope I definitely plan to run another like right now.
Looking forward to it because I had a ton of fun with this too. It was a great experience for sure.
And I've just learned so much, you know. We were talking about this on Restream. Like Vid said that he learned a lot of stuff from you, Sage, and I was talking about how like I learned a lot of stuff from Dotzo, and just like we're such a good like learning community, and that everybody is trying to help people out.
I also learn a lot from Dotzo. So really, Vidya is learning from me, learning from Dotzo. So Dotzo is just the.
I feel like I beat myself now, which is kind of weird.
Dude, the only I never learned Super Slide Teleport until this stream. I learned stuff too, so this was a great experience for me as well. Like the Super Slide Teleport, I learned for this. I never knew that one before.
It's so powerful.
Yeah, there's so much really cool stuff. Stuff that I've not actually even ever seen, like that clip that you did, Dotzo, in Child Spirit to get past the little gate. I was like, oh, that's a thing. Yeah. Like I figured there probably was something. I just never seen anybody do it, and I was like, oh, cool. So every once in a while, I'm surprised by the stuff that exists in this game.
I am really bummed that I got like a ton of baby seeds, and other people got like really terrible seeds. Like Shiro's were just awful.
Yeah,
but, like, I want the awful seeds because they're fun, but also we didn't get anything that required like crazy stuff. Like I want a seed with no keys in the front of fire and light arrows in deep fire. You have to do the void work. Like I want that so bad.
Yeah, somebody, I think it was Cymarth, who was saying that he wanted to do no logic with a minimal item pool.
Oh God.
Or glitch logic with a minimal item pool, and then you would definitely be required to do something incredibly stupid.
Yeah. So I am gonna put on like as kind of a. I might do that this weekend, but I'm going to a concert on Saturday, so it won't be Saturday. It would be Sunday if anything. But I want to do like an all sanity, no ER because fuck ER, but like basically everything.
We have a setting string that we've done a couple races on that's just like glitch logic all sanity with just kind of the standard stuff. We can probably just run it on that. I think would be preferable.
I think we did that like not too long ago actually. I think I participated in that one.
Yep.
So, but yeah, it's definitely follow both of these runners. I am going to sell out and say definitely follow commentators. We are all four of us glitchy bitchies. So if you want to see more glitched OOT, especially Ocarina of Time Rando, these 4 channels are definitely a place to watch that and learn that and see that. So just saying, there's plenty of other people in the community as well, but since we're here, I'm gonna just toot our horn. So are there any other thoughts, anything else that you guys would like to say before we probably wrap things up? Also, Sage, I'm very, very glad that you got titties. Okay. I was disappointed.
I got them for you, X. I knew Dotzo wouldn't do it. I had to do it.
I was surprised. I was surprised Dotzo did it because he was literally there watching me looking for it, so.
I'm on Restream. I gotta do it. It's for the people.
Yes, for the fans.
People's champ right here.
Yeah.
I lose the race because I got double D's. It'll be worth it. If I lose by literally like 5 seconds.
Worse things have happened because of boobs, because of titties, I'm just saying.
Wars have been started for less.
Yeah, exactly.
Helen of Troy has entered the chat.
Oh man, we're nerds. I love it. All right, Cubs. I think we're probably about good, unless you have anything. Unless anybody else has anything to. I think we've.
You sure you don't need to stall for another minute or two? Sounded like where we're going.
I don't know. I mean, what's the next run? Do I need to get more sub goal? I mean, I can fucking sell out. Let's go.
It's like what, the 6th week of ZSRM at this point or something?
Yeah, like I see. This is why I can't be on GDQ. I cuss too damn much.
Yeah. So we do have one other restream tonight here on the main channel. About 25 minutes, we'll have a Zelda 2 100% all keys tournament match. A couple of the Zelda 2 races tomorrow. Keep an eye on the schedule. I'm sure more will be added. Friday there's a standard tournament qualifier for OT Rando, as well as the weeklies this weekend. As mentioned, please give our runners and our commentators a follow, as well as our trackers. I haven't done a rando restream in a while. We have trackers. Tommeltack and Curry, thank you very much.
We actually did not shout them out at all once in the stream, and I am incredibly sorry about that. You guys are fucking awesome. Okay? I love you bitches. Okay, sorry. Continue.
So we're just gonna, I don't know, we're gonna go find somebody to raid for a little bit, but again, if you're looking for the Zelda 2, again, we'll hopefully see you back here in about 20-25 minutes. Until next time, everybody stay safe out there. Thank you very much for joining us. I know exactly what's coming. Any final words before we leave?
Oh, you already know. He knows me so well. This is why we're titties!
Magic hint.
Yeah.
She didn't ask me. I could have done that.
I mean, maybe next time, I think definitely it would be a good idea to do that, for sure. We'll definitely work on the hint distro.
All right. Till next time, thank you very much, everybody, for joining us, and we will see you back here soon.
Bye!
See ya.